Ultra.
Okay, I had a 20, and I liked it a lot. I don't know, wanted to do something different.
I've always had a Samsung. It has never done me wrong. So
I need to get a new
me
phone,
neither.
so this is like I'm listening here, some things to check out. Yeah.
Well,
So oh, go ahead, please.
Sorry, I use Nova Launcher for my Samsung because I can't stand One UI / TouchWiz, so that might be something to consider if you're going to get a Samsung.
That's what I didn't like about the Samsung was the One UI, and I use Google for everything, so all my shit's integrated through essentially is Google. So I figured why not go all the way and just get the phone too while I'm at it. And I have a buddy who's got a 4, quite a few generations older, or whatever, who loves it though, and I really like the camera quality on them. So I looked at reviews on the 7 and it had pretty good reviews.
Amazing.
They're insane. It's bonkers.
I suspect many of us have sacrificed our security to to Google. It's like, you know what?
I feel like I'm getting a fair trade for it, though. At least
in corporate dystopia, you could go worse than Google.
That's exactly how I feel about it. I know they're all eating up all my information anyway, so I might as well get something out of it. So, but yeah, I'm liking it so far. I've only had it for 2 days now, but pretty cool. I like it. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't have I'm not used to there not being a dedicated back button, and this has it. It's just not where you would think it would be. It's not near the bottom, it's up in the upper leftish corner is what it is. So it's just something that's just taking a little getting used to. But other than that, no complaints. Like it so far. Yeah, but we got everybody here. Let's play some fuck Pathfinder. Drennan, for your benefit here last week, since you unfortunately had to miss the session. Oh geez, what did we do? You guys, we're in the cave. You guys are in the cave. You just defeated the chokers. You had found some loot. You guys had distributed the loot. You decided to take some of the crystals that were embedded in the walls, the naturally forming crystals in this cave, back to town with you.
What do you mean, you guys?
Yeah, that's right.
One guy.
One unnamed party decided to take some crystals back to town. Upon doing this,
we're trying to find the guy who did it here. All right.
Yeah, we're all trying to find the guy who did this. But there was now a rock wall, not a rock cave in or anything, but a rock wall where there wasn't one before. Upon trying to exit the cave. It was not where you guys had explored before, but upon inspecting it a little, Henris was able to disbelieve it because it was in fact an illusion, and saw this large horse-sized crystalline scorpion standing on the other side of it. So it's a kind of rainbow crystalline pattern. You guys decided not to engage it. It engaged you though, and essentially a chase sequence occurred where it stung. It was Henris who got poisoned, right? Henris got stung by it and poisoned, and the poison was wrecking him pretty bad. Robert was kind of pulling rear guard duty, where he was kind of just trying to keep it off of everybody else while the more squishy members escaped. But eventually you were all able to make it out into the little crevasse where you guys entered in the well, and it could not follow, and you fled from the scorpion rather than it wrecking your guys' shit. You then headed back into town. You found Ramona and told her what had transpired. One of the guardsmen for the town, and Mr. Carver Hastings, was speaking with her at the time, and they seemed to be having a separate conversation, and he actually knew a little bit about the creature. It was named a Chrismal, and they're denizens of the elemental plane of Earth who sometimes slip through to our side and are generally not directly hostile, except for unless you are, perceivably messing with what they consider their property, which in this case were these gemstones, it seems. He told you they most of the time come in mated pairs, so more than likely there's another one in there, perhaps. He doesn't know for certain, but told you, they're pretty deadly creatures and they can be tough to deal with, but it doesn't seem like it'd be a direct threat to the town as long as you guys aren't going in there and, mining out this cave. The next day, you guys did a few different things around town. Ticket befriended, or did pretty decently befriended a few of the movers and shakers in town, Harcourt Carolby and the woman whose name I'm blanking on, who's essentially the captain of the guard in town, and kind of got some more info about what her plans were to do, and that she's requesting more soldiers from the mainland. Robert had a conversation with Carver, which I'll actually get to last because that's kind of the more important things that led to where we're at now. And Henris, I believe you consulted a little bit with the herbalist, right? The other herbalist in town, Alba Debenbar. And what else did you do? I feel like didn't you do something else? I'm blanking on this.
Oh God, I like tended to
The herb garden, yeah.
my herb garden, and that's pretty much it, I think.
I think so too. I feel like I'm forgetting some, but whatever. Can't be too critical. But Robert met up with this Carver Hastings, one of the town guards, and he decided to tell Robert that he, in fact, had some documents from a previous explorer of this island, because you guys are not the first people to ever come here. It's actually not this particular island, but a separate island further north in the island chain had attempted to be settled some 400 years ago, and that colony failed miserably, as well as explorers have come and went to this colony in the interim years. But he told you from one of these explorers, he had some information saying that there was perhaps some ruins or perhaps even something intact not too far inland from the colony, about 5 miles along the river. He said, he wanted to see if perhaps you all and him could convince Ramona to allow you and him and Peril Bays, one of the 2 cartographers on the journey, to go and explore this ancient ruin. Ramona consented, and the next morning you guys headed out, first light. You traveled through the jungle and eventually made it to these ruins, where a number of interesting things happened. And Trinan, your character would have probably been most interested in these, and you're there for all this. I was just having Trinan tag along with it. Okay. And leave him at home. There was mostly just, old ruined walls, things of that nature that are probably once buildings. And, a lot of it's kind of covered in undergrowth. And it could, once it's more properly explored, you could probably determine what was once here. Definitely seemed like it was ancient Aslanti origin. But the 2 most interesting things that happened were, first of all, once getting far enough into, and Trinan, you ended up getting that healing wand. Okay. But probably the most interesting thing that happened second most interesting was upon entering this clearing, there was a large dais. And I'll share the map real quick here. And this is as it is as you approached. There's this large dais in the center here. And upon getting close enough to the dais, with crossing basically within 15 feet of it, an image started projecting from the dais, and this image started issuing a warning in Aslanti. And give me a second here. I'm just seeing if I could find the image for you real quick. Here we go.
That sounds cool.
This is what the image looked like, and it looks incredibly lifelike. Like, this is probably one of the, you all assume it's an illusion, but it seems like the best one probably any of you have ever seen. And the message it started issuing forth, which I had Trendon, essentially just translate for everybody, but I'll repeat it here, is: loyal citizens of the Empire, fear not. The blot in the heavens is but a ruse by veiled foes to keep us distracted in this time of mounting chaos. Tend to your regular duties and trust in the Ioun imperative and your emperor to keep you safe. Do not fail us, and we shall not fail you. And then the message just seems to repeat as long as somebody's within 15 feet of the dais. After hearing this and translating it and transcribing it, and I'll even pop it in the chat for if anybody wants to put it in their notes.
Right.
There is the little clockwork spy that you had in your backpack started kind of, we decided Trendon had it, started basically moving around and rolling around and obviously trying to activate. And after some deliberation and encouragement from Carver Hastings, you decided to see what it would do. So you untied it, let it go, it twirled up in the air, and it landed in a little nook that was dead center of this dais. And inside of the little nook appeared to be some sort of small metal prong that it connected to. And then after it connected to it, it seemed to project in rapid fire and very triple time speed images of when you all encountered it, that it was obvious, seemed to be recording that. And then after it was bound and put in a bag, it started playing back audio files of various conversations you all have had. So it seems like this device was, in fact, meant to spy on you and did in fact spy on you. But after that, after it played those images and audio recordings back, the little drone stopped moving and just seemed to be inert. and that's where it's currently resting, is in that dais, because after that, Carver Hastings did in fact divulge to you all that he is in fact didn't just come here as a guardsman for the colony. He is in fact a member of the Pathfinder Society, which in this world is is anybody unfamiliar? They are, a society that kind of exists to explore and learn, but also to stop, dangerous items and artifacts from possibly falling into the wrong hands. And that's part of why he was sent here. And this information is only known to, now you five, including Peril and Ramona herself. And as he was explaining this to you, I don't remember how many. I'll have to look at my thing here. So in fact, 1, 2, 5, 6. I'm sorry, 6 of these monkey goblins that you guys encountered previously back in the blacksmith's home, back when you guys were first exploring Talmendor's Bounty before the colony moved back in, jumped out. Some of them are still in the trees, but they've revealed themselves. A few of them are on the ground. And yeah, they've essentially surrounded Carver, because that's where Carver is right around them. And I'm going to just display everybody here in just a moment. I just need to get everybody's alignment set up, because currently Carver and Peril are set to be unfriendly to you guys, which they wouldn't be. Boop, boop. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and reveal everybody. And you can see Carver, Peril, and the monkeys, the monkey goblins on the map. And that's where we're going to go ahead and go at. Are you still AFK there, Ticket? Or are you back? Okay. You give him a second here to come back. But yeah, if you guys want to start, you guys can go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll wait a minute for him to come back, and we'll go from there while I roll initiative for all these guys.
I actually have something I want to try and fix, because I'm looking at Path Builder, and I have all of my stuff in my inventory set up, but then I look in game, and I have 2 more bulk.
It's back.
That's okay. Yeah, cool. I have 2 more bulk on me than in game than I should have on the Path Builder, and it's I'm looking at it backpack, which backpack counts as first 2 bulk.
Your backpack essentially negates 2 bulk. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. I will. I'll fix that up then. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so if you just look at the little gearbox, you can just kind of put in there. You can just do a bulk adjustment right then and there, next to your bulk. But perfect. Yeah, and Ticket was stealthing, so that works. And we're going to kick things off at the top with, man, you just consistently roll incredible initiative, don't you? It is going to be Henris at the top.
I don't know how I do it. I just do. Okay, so I am going to start this bad boy off with a good blessing for everyone. And I'm just going to cast Bless. Create a current targets.
Okay.
And
Whew, those monkey goblins going first. That's kind of rough.
there we go.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody blessed.
I mean, it's gonna be fine. We got Mr. Magic Missile himself here.
So with Bless, something to keep in mind is it's only a 5-foot emanation to start off. So you aren't going to be able to hit Carver, Robert, or I don't believe Ticket with this one. And then on each of your turns, you can spend an action to expand it 5 feet, but Bless is only a 5-foot emanation.
Let me see.
And I can go from, I believe emanations can come from any corner of your square, but let's see.
Yeah.
So yeah, boop, and that's 5 foot. Technically, it's 5 foot that way. So yeah, right now you can only hit Trendon with the Bless to kick it off.
Oh.
But Bless is 2, so you can move. But again, you're essentially going to be, if you go up and over, like if you went here, you could hit Robert, Peril, and Trendon.
There we go. That will work.
Okay, so I will go ahead and get it removed from everybody else, on yourself, of course. But yeah, you cast it on yourself. But I will go ahead and go ahead.
I like Bless better in Pathfinder than I do in 5th edition.
Right. Yeah, I can just so I'll share it right now. So you should be able to see it now. But also keep in mind, from your character sheet, if you double click the rightmost portrait, your token at the top, if you double click that, it'll open up any map that your token's on.
Oh, awesome. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so give me just a moment here to get the bless corrected. If you just want to hit that next turn button there, Henris.
Yeah. Just go to combat tracker. And okay, Carver's up.
Carver goes, oh shit! And he draws a rapier and is going to try to hit the monkey goblin to his right. Because the 3 that are to his north there, those 3 are in that tree. So they are 10 feet up. Something to keep in mind. The 3 that are on the ground next to him, though, are on the ground. But Carver reaches out and takes a stab at this one to his right. And Carver hits. Carver's pretty badass. Oh, Carver does max fucking damage as he lays into this monkey with his rapier.
He is living up to his first name, that's for certain.
Yeah, and now he's going to take one more stab at the same one. 7, probably not going to do it. No, and then he's going to step back. And he's actually, he's just going to move back. He doesn't know if these guys have opportunity attacks, but he's going to take the risk. And he's going to move back over to here by Henris. And that will be Carver's turn. Now it's the monkey goblin that just got fucked up by Carver. Is going to, let's see, what's he going to do? He's going to move forward towards Carver, and he's going to take a stab at Carver with his spear. 10 on the die, not going to do it. So then he's going to try one more time. 20 on the die.
Yeah, you got it.
And he's going to hit him for 7 points of damage to Carver as it stabs into him with his spear. Oh. And now it's one of these ones in the tree. It's going to, it has a spear in its hand, and it's going to chuck it at Robert. And it's going to take a -2 on this because it's outside of its range penalty. So I'm going to adjust that. And it's going to throw this spear at Robert. Ooh, 7's not going to do it. It's going to draw another spear, and it's going to try one more time. I don't even know if a 20 would hit in this case, but we're going to try it anyways. 5's definitely not going to, so there we go.
I just slash it out of the sky.
Yeah, literally just like chunk. So it is now the goblin to his right is going to try the same thing here, but he's going to throw a spear at Carver. He's within range, so he's going to chuck a spear at Carver. Miss, draw another one, throw it, and miss. That's his turn. Ticket, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna look at my climb skill real quick.
Sure. Do you have a baseline climb speed? If not, then it's just directly tied to your athletics.
That's what I'm checking. I'm not sure.
I don't think you do. Just my rough working knowledge of it.
Either. No, it doesn't look like I do. Okay.
Yeah, climbing's fairly slow. This tree's not going to be particularly hard. I think it'd be a DC 10, but I think it's 5 feet per action essentially for climbing. Unless you crit succeed, then you could move 10 feet.
They are 10 feet. And then remember, as as a rogue, if somebody is engaged with a goblin or something, or whatever these, getting behind them will flank them, and then they are flat-footed.
That is correct. Plus, anybody, since you use stealth to roll, anybody who hasn't acted yet is flat-footed to you. So the 2 goblins that are over here on the ground are as well as flat-footed to you currently because you are acting before them in combat.
Yeah. Well, meta knowledge. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them out of advantage because they have height advantage right now. So I'm trying to take care of that issue.
Yeah, I will say you also see though it doesn't. Their spears aren't unlimited. They can't just keep chucking these. They each have one longer one. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm letting you guys know. They look like they have 3 short, stubby ones, and those are the ones that they're throwing. And then they all have one longer one, and that seems to be what they use for actually melee attacking. So 2 of them have already burned through 2/3 of their spear, reservoir.
All right.
But yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to stick to the brush, and I'm gonna go after one of the ones on the ground that hasn't been injured yet.
Okay.
Probably gonna try to go for the one that's farthest away, so the one that's marked as 1.
Okay.
I think all I'm gonna be able to do is get to it, though. I don't think I can attack it.
Looks like you should be able to get up and get 1 action off.
All right, I'll go for it. So, like, right there, maybe?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have 25 feet of movement? Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah.
I think that was like 45 feet. So yeah, 2 actions, and I assume you guys had your weapons out. You're in a hostile environment, so don't need to worry about drawing or anything. So go for it. Take a shot.
He was already ready to go as soon as they were
Oh, yeah.
in there.
Fair enough. Plus, he is flat-footed to you, so go ahead and give yourself that +2 since he has not acted yet.
I do like that the assassination from Baldur's Gate. Like you basically get that baseline in Pathfinder if you act
You act before them, yeah. It's only if you do the stealth or deception for your initiative roll, but I still do. I think there's later feats that let you just do it basically any time. That's a hit. Just do. No, you're fine. I want to check. I don't think that's a crit, but let me double check. Who is that? That's because that's 1. No, that is not a crit. Is that 1? The hell? Oh, I have 2 that are 1. That's annoying. Anyways, okay. Anyways, go ahead. It's because they're different types of monkey goblins, so just label them all as 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. All right, and don't forget to roll your sneak attack as well.
D6, right?
Yep, still just 86. All right, 5. Nice. I will apply that to him. He is. This is 1. He's dead. You kill this one.
Hooray!
Nice.
Ticket has done it. Guess what Ticket's gonna do?
I
I
Yeah, you got
don't
the
know.
reaction.
Does your next count as an action?
It's a reaction, so you can use it.
Hooray! Ticket.
After he basically scurries along the ground in the underbrush, pops out like a jack-in-the-box that just goes after this monkey's neck, shanks him right underneath the jaw, throws him under the ground, and then he basically is on all fours with his knife in his mouth, and he's just like staring at this other monkey, and he just growls at him.
Yes, terrified. What is that? You get to make an intimidation check?
Yep.
Go for it. I'm looking at this guy's will DC right now. It is very low. And you're doing that to the one that was directly adjacent to him, too?
Yep, number 2.
Okay, got it. Yep, go for it. Make that intimidation check. Yeah, that's a not quite a crit success. 1 off, regular success. I will apply the frightened condition to this monkey goblin. And if you would just hit that next turn button, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Robert, it is your turn.
All right. All this is going on. I see Ticket take this guy out, and I point to Peril, and I go, "Stay back, Peril!" And so I'm going to 5, 10. Yes.
Seems right.
Yeah. Okay. So this monkey goblin number 2. I'm going to swing at him with my long sword. That's a crit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. And let's see what happens to him. Take him
Hero
out.
point, extra hero point to Ticket because it's only a crit because of his intimidation. So great job.
Hooray! Ticket wins again.
So
Yeah, this guy's fucking dead.
Yeah, he's wrecked. I'm going to spend my last action raising my shield.
All right. Good move. Trendon, it is your turn.
Okay.
Round's complete.
Brendan is going to cast Electric Arc on Monkey Goblin 1 and Monkey Goblin 2, so his hands are going to kind of crackle with electricity.
Got it. They have to
And
be
he's
what? It's
gonna
30
hit
feet
one.
within 30 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Then you're golden. Couldn't remember if it was 15 or 30.
Yep,
But yeah,
it's
you're
30.
good. So one fails, one succeeds. Roll them bones.
Alrighty.
Damn.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Zap.
Tapped.
And then he will cast shield on himself, and then I am done.
Okay, nice turns so far.
yeah.
Yeah, that's that one is
We
dead.
took a shellacking on that one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right, that one is dead. So that one, the one the carver had already partially fucked up. It's now this one in the tree's turn. It's going to drop down, and since it's not really entering in that way, I don't think it's going to trigger an opportunity attack from Robert. And it's going to take a stab at you with its spear. Yeah, fucking, hey, look at that.
You got it good. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 points of damage. Do you want a shield block?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna shield block that.
Perfect, because that just eats it all up.
Yeah.
No damage. This is the ideal time to do it. So, I'll remove that 5 damage from you, and it doesn't even damage your shield, so you're good there. So this monkey goblin has 1 action left, and he's going to try one more time to stab you. Probably not going to happen this time. Nope. That's his turn. Peril's turn. Peril's not going to do shit. She's going to just say, I'm not doing anything, and it's going to be back to you, Henris.
All right. Let's see. Whoops. Just check really quick the distance. So that is.
Don't forget, you can use an action if you want to extend Bless out by another 5 feet. Or 5
All right.
meters, or whatever the fuck.
But only if you say bless up.
I think we got this in the bag. So you know what? I'm
Yeah.
just going to monkey goblins. What's the worst that can happen? Probably going to eat those words later, but I don't care right now. I am going to cast my spiritual weapon. And it's a target move, right? Or is it just a summon?
Well, no, you cast a spell, and then it's targeted with your spell attack. So you can, you target. It's use your spell attack like +9 at this level.
Yep.
Yeah, like,
So
can he summon it in the trees though? Like that's.
I think so. What's the range on it?
it's got a
120 feet. Yeah, that shit can go in the tree.
yeah. No, this 120 yeah. Yeah, are they all dangling from the tree?
So they're like, so this one is on the ground. This one's on the ground directly in front of Robert.
Right.
These two are still up in the tree, and they're currently like, they aren't really dangling. They're like standing on branches. They're goblins. They aren't particularly big. They're, like the size of, Ticket. So they're able to stand relatively easily in these trees. These are kind of larger trees here with big, thick branches.
Ah, damn. Never mind then. I was going to be clever with the environment, but I guess not. I don't know if even a spiritual machete could cut through thick tropical
It's to be
wood.
rolling against a hardness and shit. So yeah, you think it might be more effective just to kill them with how you're seeing how easily they're getting blown up left and right. I do like the idea though.
Concealed are they in the trees?
They don't have any concealed condition or anything like that. They aren't stealthing. They revealed themselves.
So you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to just take aim and fire with my crossbow.
Probably a better idea.
Yeah.
It's a fun idea. I like it, but use of a spell slot that probably doesn't need to be used.
Exactly. Oop. Gonna.
No.
There we go. Target.
You're trying to target. You got all of them targeted right now. I'm just going to clear it for you.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
There you go. Now you can just target. There you go.
And
So you got. Yep.
fire. I'm gonna just load the I think I preloaded it. I can't remember, but
I think you had the crossbow. I'm pretty sure you had the crossbow out because of the whole thing with putting the device into the hole in the dais. So
yeah,
you can have a loaded crossbow in this case.
I had it ready just in case any
Any
Shit,
shenanigans took place. So, yep, so go for it. Take your shot.
All right, fire 1.
Boom, hit.
Yes. All right, let's see how much it hurts.
Hurts enough to kill it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm feeling lucky. Fire 2.
Yeah, reload and fire again. Go for it.
So, target 2.
I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
Damn, son.
Oh yeah.
Oh, things are turning up my way tonight. Let me tell you. Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
All right, this one is also dead.
Your word.
All righty.
Ah.
Perfect. You hit that next turn button.
All right. Guardians of civilization are with me tonight.
Carver goes, yeah. He just runs over here with his rapier and just fucking to kill this one.
He's like, yeah, okay.
Oh, 2 on the die.
Oh,
Carver gets like the like oh, I think the
Wow.
like projection scares him. He like forgot about it. He's like, oh shit. Pops up again and starts talking to him and has it in his lance and it throws him
get off
off.
a bit of rust there, Mr. Hastings.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Take it, kill it.
All right, well, Ticket with blood in his tongue is going to chase this other monkey goblin down. And I'm assuming he knows where I am now, so.
Yeah. You would have to stealth again, so it would just be a regular attack.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I'm just gonna run up on him and try to shank him.
Fair enough. You could always try to feint if you wanted. Well.
Nope.
Nope. Wouldn't matter. You got one more action left.
Alright. Let's do it again.
Just do try to target it, but that should hit. Let me just double check. That does hit. Yep.
Alright.
Let's go ahead and roll damage.
I'm so sorry. No, that's annoying.
No, you're fine. It's really honestly, dude, it's the damage that matters. So that's fine with me. So yeah, you peek, you stab him in his little monkey goblin like hide armor, and he doesn't care for it. And Robert.
That's anxiety. Okay, calm down.
These guys are kind of like this goblin is kind of deflecting these blows, and I target him.
Yeah.
And I get him. So
I think that does it.
not quite. Not quite.
He just like turn the sword with his spear. Yeah, this guy's like he turns the sword with the spear. It still catches him like in the shoulder, but he manages to like turn out of the blow. He's
This monkey's a hero.
Is, but I am going to drop my shield. I believe it's a free action.
Oh. Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, technically, I think normally a shield requires a little more than that, but I don't. In this circumstance, it's fine. It's something. Well, if it was a more climactic combat, I would worry about it. But go for it.
And I'm going to try to punch him.
Oh no.
This is going to be a non-lethal attack. That's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah, so you just punch him right in the head, I guess.
Yeah.
He just falls over.
I'm the victor today. You just poof.
Is he unconscious?
Seems to be.
That shit is hilarious.
I kind of take a step back. I'm like, well, we got a captain for questioning. And I get rope out of my pack, and I start tying him up.
Sure, and you guys are out of initiative.
East as prisoner.
I love the concept of swords aren't fucking working.
Punch him.
I think he was like watching for the sword strike. He was like getting ready for it. And then
Yeah,
you
I'm like, I'm looking in the back, and
the dirty left hand to the side of his head, just gonk.
That's a high five from Ticket, man. That's a dirty attack.
I like it.
One inspiration point. Like, wrong
I
game,
like
wrong
it.
game.
Yeah, inspiration. I love it. All right, yeah, he's down though. He's down and out. You guys are out of initiative. You're surrounded by corpses of monkey goblins. What are you all doing? He's like tied up. It doesn't take much.
Chicken's picking him
Yeah.
clean. He's going through all the courses.
Yeah, let's loot
Yeah,
him.
they got shit on them. They have these rough spears, which are just essentially sharpened pieces of woods with like flint heads on them, and then they're all wearing like this animal hide armor, but they don't seem to have any valuables or anything like that. A few of them have like bone necklaces and other little types of jewelry, but just nothing that really seems worth it.
Yeah,
Look at one of the
go to-
necklaces and figure out if
Okay.
they're part of a tribe or something.
Yeah, and actually, I'm sorry, were you going to say something, Henris?
I was going to go just check on Hastings' wounds, see if he needs any assistance.
Oh yeah, he'll take it if you want, but he's only down 7. He didn't really get touched, and
He's fine.
he says I'm level 4. But as you're kind of looking at him, taking and seeing, he says, I actually think I know what these are. These were described in the journal that I was using to find this spot. The gentleman who explored this island some 600 years ago described these creatures as they called them the ghost hater goblins, and there was not a whole lot of information on their why they were called that, but I'm thinking perhaps if they were here. And he starts kind of looking at this projection and then looking at the goblins, and I think perhaps these were in fact this same tribe. I mean, it'd be astonishing if they were still around after all this time, but I mean, stranger things have happened.
I'm sorry, did you say ghost hater goblins?
Yes. From the information that was described in the journal that I'm going off of, they had some sort of initiation ritual where they would have to fight a ghost in order to enter into their equivalent of adulthood, and I'm perhaps wondering if this is their ghost. And he points at the projection, and maybe we in fact just happen to be here at the same time as them, and they attacked as they appear to be spiteful little creatures. But I'm thinking perhaps this may have just been their initiation into adulthood, and we just, oh boy, that means those are kids. Oh no.
Don't worry about it. We've done worse. I mean, no, we haven't.
What? Oh, okay.
I don't want to talk.
Well, by the way, Carver, forgetting all that, forgetting what I just said, don't worry about it. You look like you took a little bit of a hit there. You want me to take a look at it?
Sure, if you wish. That one did stab me. He got me right under the breastplate here, and he he's starting to like
Henris's job or nothing, but.
No, I would never turn it. These creatures' weapons, I'm sure, are foul and filthy. I don't want infection to set in. If any of you have any skill in medicine, I'm afraid I'm terrible at it myself. I wouldn't mind it. Or both of you can. I will take all of it that I can get.
Go ahead, Henris. You got this.
I want to look over at Peril. Peril, are you all right?
Yeah, she's just like, she just seems like terrified. She's like just like standing there and just like, I've never experienced anything like this in my entire life. This was barbaric and cruel and awful, and the creatures, how awful. But now that they're dead, that's somehow worse. If you'll just excuse me. And she kind of just like moves over and just like kind of sits on the ground with her like back to this little like low wall, and is just kind of like, she's like pulling out a journal and not a journal, but like a like a sketchbook, and seems to be starting to just kind of like doing something to occupy herself, which seems to be, if you look over, it's kind of starting to map this area a little bit. Or you can see she's like kept kind of a rough map of the path you guys took into here following along the river, and she seems to just be kind of filling in the spaces.
So checking, I don't see any infection or anything, or like any sort of like filth or anything getting into his wounds.
He didn't seem to be poisoned or anything like that. No, it just seems like they are. It's still the chance of something like that. So treating the wound would probably be for the best, but he doesn't seem to have been inflicted with any poison or anything.
Use some like a mixture of like yarrow pollen and other like disinfecting herbs and stuff to just kind of make a very quick poultice to kind of like treat the wound a bit. See if that works. Sure, yeah. I'll just roll a nature medicine check.
Go for it.
Natural medicine.
while he's treating, you mentioned
Yes.
something about deputizing us into the Pathfinders.
Yes. Sorry, that was all quite sudden. Yes, so I was given the authority by my venture captain within the Pathfinder Society to, in fact, if I deemed anybody worthy on this expedition that I came across, that our goals may align, or your goals may align with what the Pathfinder Society seeks to do in this world, which is, of course, that is a success. So go ahead and roll your D8. But okay. Thank you. It's much
Carver,
better.
this is going to sting a bit. Just
okay. But yes, so I'm prepared to offer. He would actually be immune at this point to get for the next hour.
Oh, I forgot
It's from
about that.
anybody. It's from anybody's skill. Now you're good, which it fails anyway, so it all works out.
Yeah, I was just trying to help.
Yeah, he's just okay. I think I'll take care of it once we get back to town. I think it'll heal on its own. But yes, so I can deputize anyone who would wish to join the Pathfinder Society into our ranks, if that is something that would interest any of you. It's something I have within my ability. I'll say, unfortunately, here on this island, it's not going to be much more than a title for the time being, but once the colony is more established, or we have more regular trade, that more ships coming and going, that could mean access to better supplies, discounts through Pathfinder Society friendly merchants, as well as just all the other benefits that being part of a group of like-minded adventurers offers.
oh no. I've always wanted to be. When I was a little kid, I always thought being a Pathfinder was like a really cool thing to do. I remember reading a lot of books about them. And you know what? Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Also, the discount sounds very nice too.
But for now, I don't think it's going to amount to too much, just based on the fact that we're where we're at in our position. But of course, there's no one saying we have to stay here forever. Perhaps you return to the mainland. Perhaps there's other things. Trendon, you've been. Are you all right, friend? You've been relatively quiet.
No, I'm just thinking about joining the Pathfinder Society, and
okay.
he's kind of scanning the Aslanti stuff that's here too. He's
I'm sure, yeah.
fascinated with that.
We get discounts, my friend.
And it sounds like it's.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It sounds like it would be a good place to find some adventure too. I think I'm in.
Well, yes, as well as for a gentleman of your scholarly pursuits, it could mean a lot. And this is something I did forget to mention is Carver himself, and he would have told you all this, and he actually probably would have tried to talk with you about it, Trendon. We can just kind of hand wave that you did. He calls himself an amateur Aslanti scholar. He's nowhere near as learned as you are. He doesn't speak the language. He can only read a little bit of it, but he is an amateur Aslanti scholar is what he calls himself. And then Carver kind of looks over to Robert and Ticket. Would that be something that would interest either of you?
I'll look at Ticket.
What are you looking at me for?
I have my answer, but if you'd like to go first,
There's no obligation to as well. I have no problem. This is an offer I'm extended to you. I wouldn't think of any less of you or anything if it's something you didn't wish to accept. That's fine.
Well, the way I see it is I'm stranded on an island with you lovely company, so what else am I gonna do? Let's go, let's do it. Do I get a stamp or a badge or something? Don't they have lair badges or something?
Actually, yes. I believe I actually do. There's something I do actually have for anybody who wishes to join. But Robert, what say you?
As a official, the government, Vander and I must decline. That is my official answer. My unofficial answer is that my family has always had a friendly ties with the Pathfinders. Secret stocks for friends of the family and higher ups of the government, as well as members like the Pathfinders. So I have no problem as an acting deputy, but my loyalty is the people of Andoran. And as long as that loyalty doesn't conflict, I have absolutely no problem being a unofficial member. Especially if I could get into those secret stocks you mentioned.
It is a possibility. I will say normally that does require a full commitment to the society, but I will say this is a rather unusual circumstance. I myself am. I don't want to make me sound less than I am, but I'm not a particularly high-ranking member of the society. The reason for that is I don't play the political game, as it were. That's never been my interest in the society. It's been for the sheer, adventure and sort of what's the word, academic pursuit that it can offer me. They were able to get me access to texts and tomes and things I would have never had access on my own end. So I respect your position immensely. And yes, I think that is something that could probably be worked out. I would have to confer with my venture captain, of course, and really get that nailed down. But I don't see any issue with that for the time being. And we do actually work. There are actually a few members of the Andorran government who are retired from the Pathfinders or retired from government and vice versa, but so I don't really see that as an issue at all. And when we get back to town, I have something that I can give to all of you as sort of a entry into the society. But for the time being, I think we have something else to deal with. And he kind of just looks down at your prisoner, which is now he's starting to kind of start mumbling to himself quietly, like he seems to be starting to be coming around.
I load my crossbow.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Tell me what you know. It's like dark as you're on the plane. Why would you shoot a man before throwing him off of a dais?
No!
Put a rag on his face and dump water on him.
Why don't you shoot him when we can electrocute him with these...
Harold, hold him down! Harold, hold him down!
My God.
Traded, I brought you a bucket. Go ahead and shock him.
Bear, you want to do a good cop, bad cop on this?
Yeah, let's just writing this all down.
Do we even know if he speaks our language?
You have
Goblin, so I can translate.
No, so you have encountered these guys before, Henris, and they seem to be speaking very, very archaic goblin, where 1 out of every 20 syllables sounds familiar. It's not even where you don't think you really have. But that was, of course, the other ones, and you guys didn't really talk much. It was a kind of a quick hello, and then they attacked you guys, and you guys proceeded to turn them into a pink mist, similar to what you've done here. So you never know. But yeah, so he's coming around though. So tell me what you guys do.
There. Do you understand me?
It's eyes are slowly blinking, kind of off out of sync. It's one then the other, and it's just kind of it's coming around slowly. And it's just and it's just finally opens its eyes and just realizes it's bound and starts just kind of trying to roll.
I step on him. Step on his chest.
It just lets out a
I can't get anything out of him. He doesn't make any sense to me.
This is I don't think this is gonna work.
No. Well. We release him, or I could just put him out of his misery. I mean, he's obviously failed his what was it? Initiation?
Ghost fight?
Yeah, ghost fight. Did the general say about what happens after if they fail to fight the ghost?
No, I mean it seems so we can go into this a little more in depth later on, but it's the notes I have are quite scattered and very few and far between. They're from a very old text from, actually one of the original founders of the Pathfinder Society, Durvin Grest. And he was the one who, traveled here some 600 odd years ago and left some information behind. But it was just more of a footnote talking about, it was interesting that there was, this kind of offshoot of a goblinoid species here that seemed to bear really no real no real resemblance to any other sort of goblins that have been observed at that time. And I know there's now been some observed in other areas of the world that have these sort of prehensile tails as these ones do, but it was more of a note of curiosity. But no, there wasn't really any further information. I'll be honest, I may be reaching a little with this ghost hater and this projection here, but it just seems to make the most sense to me. But no, there was no further information. I do have to assume this little creature, though, comes from a tribe. You said you encountered them before in the town. There were 6 of them here. It sounds like there may be a fair amount of them elsewhere. And, well, I could see the benefits to both letting it go and return and let it spread its message of our prowess and the danger we pose to them. And perhaps that would mean they would leave us alone. I can also see the issue with letting them go if they were to perhaps try to form their tribe into some sort of attack on our home. So I will leave this exploration to you all.
Let the pathetic
agree.
thing go.
Let's let him go and see where he runs. Direction he runs. That'll give us an idea, because he couldn't understand us. Like he couldn't.
Doesn't seem to have any you guys. It's quiet now and just watching you guys.
This thing, I'm pointing at it with the crossbow. There is nothing between those eyes, I'm telling you.
Well, I will say it does not seem unintelligent. It is watching you all now kind of very keenly. Doesn't seem to indicate any understanding, but these don't seem unintelligent, is what I will say.
Okay. Henrys is just going to be kind of racist on this, though, so...
I'm just letting you know. That's fine.
Everybody take a step back,
I'm aware of that. I'm just saying Henrys himself has an interesting idea of what's civilized and what's wild.
I take out my sword. I actually have my shield on my back. Take out my sword menacingly, and I'm walking, and I get behind him, and I cut his binding.
Yeah, it seems tense. It's waiting for the the felling blow. And as soon as you cut its bindings, it tucks and rolls and uses its tail to almost spring itself up and goes 10 feet up into this tree in a matter of seconds. It's incredibly agile. And then it just it pauses and like looks back. Like it obviously saw one of you, it saw Henris obliterate two of them with his crossbow. So like it knows you guys have an ability to kill them from range. So it seems to be kind of tense and just waiting up in the tree, like looking at you all.
Henris is just going to give it like the stink eye pretty much and just sort of aim the crossbow at it and just be like shake my head.
I'm going to sheath my weapon.
Ticket's gonna make the universal gesture of get out of here, like the whole thing where he's moving his hands like trying to shoo a dog away.
Yeah, he's like crying, he's throwing rocks on it. Come on, boy, you can't go back home.
He's just gonna make the general gesture of get out of here before something else happens. So
yeah, and you just see it like very quickly, like boop, boop, boop this way. It's, I guess I just moved the token. It goes like this way through the trees, heads up this way, seems to stick into the canopy of the trees and just takes off in the general kind of northward direction. And to give you guys an idea here, here's the map again. You guys are here. That's Talmendor's Bounty marked on the map. Where you guys went is about here along the river here. And it just seems to be heading like this way, deeper into this denser part of the jungle. You think you could track it if you really tried, but you think it'd be probably pretty hard with it traveling through the canopy. Like it's going to leave some blood and stuff behind. So that would require you guys getting up in the canopy and shit. So you think it might not be worth the effort, but you do have a general idea of where it's heading.
On hand.
Yeah, I don't think it can climb trees though. It's the problem.
Oh, but it could probably sniff out the blood and follow it.
It might. I honestly don't. I'd have to look. If you really want to do that, let me know. But,
+4 on survival and tracking or something. So
yeah, it does. But these guys are also fairly. This is also one of the beefier of the goblins, which you would have been able to see. This guy actually, you would assume, is one of the adults more so. This one actually looks like it probably already
so
entered adulthood.
Fucking kids instead of loose. Jesus Christ!
And it was escorting these juveniles to complete this trial.
Oh no! Good job of that, did it?
That dude's as good as dead anyway. Then
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think. Yeah, that's fair. You don't know enough about their society to really guess one way or another, but you don't know how well it'll end for them. But yeah, these goblins are defeated. You guys did a good job there. You wiped the floor with them. And yeah, what do you guys do now? You're here in this clearing still. This projection, just as long as you're within range of it, just keeps repeating the same message over and over again. Just loyal citizens of the empire. Blah, 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 just goes on and on and on. There doesn't seem to be any like power. I mean, not that you guys are really. I mean, but even an arcane power going to it or anything. It just seems like it is. As long as somebody is within 15 feet of this dais from any side, the message starts going.
If I do detect magic, is there anything?
Yeah. I honestly, man, I'm so bad with the spell schools. Whatever would come with illusion magic, whatever that spell school is. And along with the fact it just seems incredibly powerful is, I guess, the biggest thing you would be getting off of it. The fact that this is still standing, first of all, and still working, there is some incredibly powerful magic that put this in place originally.
Okay. He'll kind of look around and be like, so yeah, this thing is incredibly powerful magic. I don't know what the school is either, but it's illusion magic.
Oh, I mean, probably could have figured that out without arcade aid. But yeah, it's good to know. Good to have a solid, rock solid backing on that. I don't think it's going to hurt anything.
No, it seems fairly safe.
Let's see what else the Silent has to offer. And I don't think there's any, like, I'm pretty sure he could, no, like, secret stashes of ancient goods around here, I don't think.
Yeah, you guys could spend some time searching it, and I'll just let you know this area. All that seems to be here are these, mostly totally desolated ruins. And again, these are just, these are like, it's like archaeologists found an entire town in, ancient Mesopotamia, and then you look and it's like 14 rectangles that you can kind of see if you squint at it from above.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this is. Like, yeah. And the barest outlines of what were once buildings and a few of these very low walls. And then the dais, though, which seems to be in relatively good shape. But yeah, that's it, though. I'd say maybe you guys spent a good hour, maybe 2 or so. And it's still pretty early. It took you guys the better part of the day to get here, but it's only around like midday, like 11 a.m. So you can spend an hour or so searching and then still make it back to town well before dark. It's the equivalent of April, so the sun doesn't set until like 6:30.
Trendon thinks this place is awesome, so
We should help Peril and Trendon kind of catalog, research, make sure they get their scientific work done.
Yeah, and there is, there's the dais itself is pretty interesting. It doesn't have any sort of like Aslanti script or anything written on it or anything like that. There doesn't appear to, and that in itself is probably kind of interesting. There doesn't appear to be any sort of like, any like, for lack of a better term, lenses where this is being projected from or anything. It just seems to be just emanating from this dais itself. And after maybe taking some time to study it, Trent, and I think with just your general Aslanti knowledge, you could guess that this was probably just like a public information device. Like this was just, it probably has displayed other messages, back when the Aslanti Empire still existed. It probably had other sorts of, if it could be, hey, there's a parade at 3:00 today, avoid 5th Street. Like this just seemed to probably be a way to convey information to public and areas of public, sort of like where people meet up. So it seems like it was probably relatively even mundane to the Aslanti people, which is probably mind-blowing in of itself, because this is something that's is possible with your guys' magics. Of course, illusion magic exists, it's out there in the world, but that something like this was able to hold up for this 10,000 years is probably mind-blowing.
And Trendon has studied the illusion. That's his school. So he's like super, super fascinated with this thing.
Okay.
Can he try and see if he can play like any of the other messages that this thing might have played?
there doesn't seem to be any sort of interface or anything like that. Like there's nothing. The only thing I will say, if you guys mess around with it enough, is you're actually able to get the little clockwork device. If you leave it slotted in, the little clockwork spy, if you leave it slotted into the spot on the dais, you can get it to go back, and like eventually you find by like twisting it, like it would a dial, it'll go back and you can go back to its recordings. But its recordings seem to start. This is something you guys didn't really have a chance to examine. They start with with it coming from this dais. You see it flying up out of this dais, heading to Talmendor's Bounty. Talmendor's Bounty appears already deserted when it arrives, flying into the window of the government building where you guys found it at, and then it it goes dark, and it eventually comes back up, and it's you guys. It doesn't seem to have interacted with anybody else. But there aren't any like timestamps or anything, is the only thing, at least none that you can figure out. So you don't know how long it was there before you guys came across it.
I'm as Trendon is kind of going over this. I have my arms crossed, and I'm kind of like my hand to my lips, and I go, Trendon, the message thing. Do you know anything about that?
Would Trendon know anything about that? Like, it kind of sounds like it's what caused the Empire to fall.
So there's very, very, very vague information about this event called Earthfall. And I think if anybody would, Trendon would probably know a little bit about it. That there was, there, and it's again divided. It's not something that's been, conclusively decided amongst, scholars. That there may have been what actually befell the Aslanti Empire was an impact from an object, from an extrasolar object. Something from space impacted the Aslanti Empire, the continent of Aslant, and that's what caused it to, be destroyed and sink into the ocean and leave only these islands behind. And it sounds like it may be referencing that.
Okay. He'll kind of just look around, and he's like, it's not 100% like, we don't know if it's true or not, but basically, I mean, this could be talking about Earthfall. It basically destroyed the entire Aslanti continent, and that's, what caused the downfall of the Empire.
And plunged something that, the Age of Darkness is what it was known as, which was, it plunged Galarian into darkness for some thousands of years. And actually, that's when the dwarves made their way to the surface and drove the orcs before them. And it was a inciting event for a lot of basically current Galarian, history and society.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. But yeah, he'll say that that also caused the nightfall and everything else you said. He'll tell you guys. I'm sure you guys probably have heard at least a little bit of that. But
I would think so. It's like, it's kind of, it's probably not the most common of knowledge, but if you're even slightly educated, you probably know at least bits and snippets about it.
It's like the elves. Literally left the planet and they came back. It would.
Yeah, I don't know how much common knowledge that is amongst the actual people of Galarian, but there's also there's the whole elves. Love that, but
Henris knows about just like the basic stuff that he picked up while learning history in school. That Earthfall was big ass meteor or something. Some say it's the Starstone. Crashed into is now the inner sea, and thousands of years of darkness, and it was just bad times for humanity.
Yeah, bad times for a lot of them, everybody who existed. That was actually in the lore. That's what created the Drow as well. The elves who were driven underground, the ones who didn't leave. Yeah. Yeah, it's I love it all. But but it's very cool. And one other thing too, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention is, and Carver remarks on this, that the helm that the projection is wearing is it looks very similar to the triumvirate helm, which is the helm that the leaders of the Pathfinder Society wear. That essentially, because they're kind of anonymous, all the leaders of the Pathfinder Society are, and it seems very similar to the helms that they wear. And he remarks that this maybe Dwarven guests found one of these, and that's where it originated from. Is the very origins of the they're kind of secretive and only known to the highest echelon of the Pathfinder Society, but that perhaps in fact this even was where the idea of it at least was conceived, and it's remarkable. He's equally fascinated by this as Trendon, and he's kind of letting you take the lead, but he's right there with you the whole time, Trendon, just examining it, writing things down in his little battered notebook. Like he is taken with this.
Heck yeah. Nice to have another fellow Aslanti fan.
Yes, I would love to. Yes, he shows he's got a tattoo. It says #1 Atlantic fan. This is once we have some time, I would love to compare notes with you, Trendon, once we're back in town, because this is all so fascinating, and it is more that I will say this is perhaps even more than I hoped to gain from this expedition. I was excited about the journey itself, and coming here to the lost remnants of the Empire, but this is all. If this is what we're finding now, I can't imagine what other secrets the island may hold within it. And I understand this may not be of much material wealth, but I think this information will let us be able to convince Ramona for us to be able to run further expeditions and things of that nature. And I am so excited.
Oh, of course, me too. I cannot wait to go further in and see what else we can find. If we found this right here, yeah, there's got to be way more in the inner parts of the island.
Well, there's 2 other nearby islands to explore as well. This is fascinating. Yes, this is incredible.
I don't think I've ever seen Trendon more excited than I have right now.
I'm like shaking. I'm so excited.
Oh, I can tell. Trust me.
That's it, because this is, besides the sword you guys found, this is the first, big thing. The sword, I'm sure, is, marvelous in and of itself, but this is something else. And you're able to really kind of conclusively, you're gathering now, though, too, I would say, if you haven't yourself, that this clockwork device, too, is more than likely of Aslanti origin, considering the fact that it seems to fit so perfectly and slot into this dais.
Well, I think we're done here for now. I'm getting a little hungry. How about you headed home, guys?
Yes. I think I could spend days here, but I think perhaps you're right. We did tell Ramona we'd be back today before nightfall to let her know what was happening. So I think that may be for the best. But as soon as I'm able to have, as soon as I'm off shift tomorrow, I'm going to see about perhaps returning here if you would like to as well, Trendon. Of course, if there are not other pressing matters. I understand you have other duties within the colony, as I have my own. But yes, let's head back, and I'm going to get a few things prepared at my home. Luckily, Ramona has afforded me one of the unoccupied homes and outside of the palisade, a little ways down from you all. As I revealed my mission to her, well, she was. Well, not say she wasn't a little cross with the bit of deception that the Pathfinder Society pulled in getting me here. She was understanding. She is a good person and seems to respect the Pathfinder Society. So, again, this is something that we're keeping under wraps for the time being, but I don't anticipate it being something we can't talk about openly in the near future. But yes, if you would all meet me there, maybe a few hours after we arrive back in town, I would have something for you.
Sounds good. Make sure you get your wound checked out too.
Oh yes. She's been bleeding this whole time. He's I completely forgot. My God. Okay. Yes.
I swear, it's like you two are just like kids during Swallowtail Festival. It's adorable. I love it.
It's incredible. Oh, you've been to Sandpoint?
I've heard. We celebrate Swallowtail
right,
too.
Here.
Just Sandpoint.
Robert, where's the tacos at?
Taco?
Yeah, I
sorry, what?
say that. I'm sorry.
Was this strange contraption you speak of?
It's a corn tortilla. No, I'm kidding.
Corn?
What's
a maize? Yeah, I'm sorry. Explain further. This sounds incredible, but yeah. So you guys.
I think it's like those flatbreads.
Wait, hang on.
A pita. A pita.
Gotta have tacos. I gotta look at this.
There's the little known region of Mexico in Garoon.
For sure.
Says here it's next to Little Italy. But,
Oh, there is in fact a recipe called the conflagrant taco.
Awesome.
Love it. Okay, but yeah,
That
so
was
I'm
off base. I'm sorry, but I just had to check.
That's funny. I love that.
That was
great.
vital information. Vital information.
Tacos are universal, as they say. But yeah, so you guys head back. It is uneventful as far as it goes. There's not really, it's just a trek through the jungle. And yeah, you guys make it back unscathed. It's probably about, by the time you guys get back after spending a couple hours examining the ruins, it's near dark. It's about 6 when you guys arrive. And you find, the town is, it's winding down for the day. A lot of the farmers are now heading in from their fields. You see, they've actually got the pitted land where you guys fought the Ankrav. That's actually almost entirely tilled now. It looks like they'll probably be able to start planting soon. A new portion of the palisade wall has went up where they've almost got the town entirely, or the center of the town at least, entirely encircled. As you're heading in, you actually pass through an area of trees where they felled for lumber for the palisade and other uses. And it looks like they're making good progress as far as it goes. That the town is getting going. But I assume you guys head over to the government house or the governor's mansion to check in with Ramona first. Not all of you need to if you don't want to. It's just she just did ask that you check in with her whenever you get back.
Yeah, I can check in with Ramona if you guys want to go do something else. I can just check in and give a report.
So I'd be happy to go with you. Carver says, and let her know what we found, and perhaps I can speak with her further for petitioning for further explorations into the island. I do have I have so much to decipher. Anyways, yes, I will come with you, Robert. Thank you all so much for accompanying me on this and helping out there. I couldn't have done this without all of you. And thank you so much, Peril. And Peril's just, it seems, again, fairly shook, but a little more confident on the way back. Like, she's talking with you all and just, again, though, just seems she's a very book-learned individual. This is her first experience of, living outside of a city even. She's from Almas, so this is just not what she's used to. But she bids you all goodbye. And yeah, what do you think the rest of you do? Or Trinan, or do any of the rest of you want to come as well?
Trinan will go with to kind of petition as well. And then he'll want to write down his notes and stuff in one of his books, but he can do that later. Yeah,
no problem. What about Henris and Ticket?
Henris is probably going to go, probably just go into market and just, try to reconnect with people and stuff. Actually, no. Did you say that there was still like that exorcism that needs to be done?
Yeah, the Fathers Curvis and Father Nirpico were making plans to do that, and Ramona had said they would probably reach out to you whenever they were ready to do that.
All right. Well, I'll go speak with the other 2 men of the cloth and see if we can learn what they've learned and see what insights they might have on the issue at hand.
Okay, wonderful. And then what about Ticket?
Well, Ticket feels like he's going to be more of a hindrance than a help with the whole Ramona conversation. So he is going to do his security rounds on the grounds and just make sure that everything is secure. And then he's going to go try to figure out food for the party and get it ready.
Ticket's a good guy. It's a good guy.
He is. Solid guy, team player. Yeah, but we'll cut over to for you guys with Ramona, it's fairly straightforward. I imagine you just kind of brief her on what happened, exactly what you discovered. Tell her about the clockwork device. what it showed, what you found. I imagine Trindon and Carver kind of fill in the more Aslanti deemed details of it, and she more or less kind of promises that yes, as soon as you have more leads to go on or new information, I'm happy to organize more expeditions for you all to head out. As of right now, the colony seems in relatively good hands. I don't know if you saw, but we have things are well underway here and getting the town in working order. So I don't see that as an issue unless something else pops up.
Trindon's
is there any other concerns?
and go, yes.
Yes. No, this is exciting for you. Maybe not as exciting for me as it is for you, Trindon, but I am interested in all this, and I find it quite fascinating. And well, to be honest, the sooner the colony is profitable, the sooner we can start getting more people here, more settlers. We can start expanding. We can have more regular trade with the mainland. This is good news. I am excited, and I think tomorrow we're going to. I know we talked about doing it tonight, but it seemed as if things have just gotten a bit busy. So I think tomorrow we're going to hold a feast as to kind of celebrate the good fortunes that we've had of late. A lot of the crops that were left by the original wave of settlers are still perfectly viable. Anya Sandstrider has been having a great deal of luck hunting, so we have enough food stores to afford such a thing. But was there anything else that you all needed to speak with me about, or I do have to write up a few reports.
That was it for me.
Robert, is there anything else?
No. I think about it for a moment. No. I think that's it.
Okay, wonderful. And Carver, always a pleasure. And yes, I will speak with you all, I'm sure, on the morrow. And she, bids you adieu. You leave. She was at her house, so that's where she was. She, she's kind of at her desk, and as soon as you guys are leaving, she immediately pulls out a number of scrolls and starts, kind of just obviously writing up the information that you've told her, along with other things, because you assume that's part of her duties, is probably, reporting the going-ons on the island, or at least keeping a log of it, considering you found such a thing from the former governor, Rayland Arkley. And yeah, so with Henris, you go and you find Fathers Curvis and Father Nurpico, and it's nothing too crazy. They essentially tell you that at this point they think they need a few higher level, I'm just going to, in real terms, spells than maybe they currently have access to. And right now they think they may be able to subdue the ghost, but they worry that in doing so, it'll just, eventually come back. They're working on trying to find a way to actually appease it. But they make a plan for tomorrow to, if you're up for it, to the three of you go in, and anyone else who wishes to aid, but they do advise that, it's, unless you have some sort of, divine casting ability, it's probably not going to be, normal weapons aren't going to be of much help here to at least, get the ghost pacified enough to where the body can be removed from the altar and get at least the body laid to rest.
All right.
Right. But yeah, and then do you guys go check in with Carver later that night?
Yeah.
Yes. How would Ticket like to do with the food though?
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, I guess he's gonna go talk to Anya and see if they've got anything meat-wise ready. Other than that, I guess he could steal stuff from Harris's farm.
Hey.
Well, I guess, do you want us to eat at Carver's or what?
Buddy, I'm just a DoorDash driver. You tell me.
Yeah, so I mean, Carver.
Awesome.
Carver advised he would be he needed a couple hours to get some things ready. But yeah, I mean, you guys get over there. Anya, if you go check in with her Ticket, she's happy to. She'll like slip you like a rabbit. Just kind of she like winks like keep it quiet. We're supposed to
What do you mean? I caught this rabbit. I owe you.
And And but yeah, and you're able to, and there's kind of like the stores themselves are a bit communal, a bit not. It's kind of, you guys have a bit of a VIP status at this point, so you're able to, pull a little, maybe you can get some carrots, you can get some potatoes, stuff like that, so you could,
Yeah.
get a passable stew or roast the rabbit up, however you guys want to do going.
He's not gonna make anything
I'll-
super
I'll,
fancy.
like-
It's just basically gonna be like a stew, and whatever he needs to pay for it, he's happy to pay for it.
Yeah, and then there's not really any like
It's,
pay system in place like that for the food for the colony. It's more so just just take your portions. Don't don't go overboard. But they know it's the four of you who are bunking together and eating together. So they give you enough. Again, the soil here in this little bay here is exceptionally rich, and that's part of why it was chosen. So all of the current crops are doing very well. So the colony is pretty well up for food. That doesn't seem like it'll be an issue anytime soon. Even with the next influx of colonists, it seems like they'll be doing just fine.
Perfect, because base only making food for 3.5 people.
Eating for 3.
If we are going to be doing a rabbit, I think Henris can
no, okay.
make. Hold on, we're going to be cooking a rabbit. Phrasing here. I mean, Henris could probably whip up like sort of like a mint sauce or something to like put on top.
Sure. Yeah.
The
Love it.
herbal mint sauce.
It's gonna be better than whatever Ticket can do. I promise. So, by all means.
I just imagine Tickets making like a prison like burrito. It's like crushed up ramen. It's like bacon in a radiator.
It is the finest of bachelor food you've ever had.
Bachelor chow. But you guys.
Specialty, the most streetest of street foods.
Well, you got to chew it all up in your cheek pouches and then let it marinate there for a day or two.
What do y'all mean you don't got cheek pouches? You don't say nothing for later?
But yeah, you guys get a stew going.
Henris like spent some time in like the kitchens at his parents' estate as sort of like a side hobby.
Love it. But yeah, so yeah, you guys through a little combined effort are able to get a good stew going. You guys have a kind of a fireplace in your guys' domicile and able to get some good food going. And let's go ahead and take a $5 here, and then we'll hop back into it. Okay?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Right. Oh goodness. Maybe you get a stew going. All right. Good. Alrighty.
So I was looking up like holidays and stuff. Pathfinder setting. I was looking up like holidays in the Pathfinder setting. And they have a tax fest for worshippers of Abadar. It's like on the 15th of May or 15th of Gozrin, tax day.
That's pretty good.
It's actually kind of a cool concept. Not gonna lie. So basically, clerics of Abadar attend the tax collectors, um, and they basically make sure that everything is done according properly, and the tax collectors aren't trying to squeeze out more than they should. And at the same time, they personally thank the citizens for doing their part and let them know like where the money's going to go to, and like, oh yeah, we're going to be building roads with this, blah 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 blah. And like at this point, it like the citizens can also state like, hey, could you think maybe put the money to like schools or this and this and this, and they can like talk freely about their government without any repercussion. And then as soon as when the sun sets, that's when they party. There's a big old feast, simple but wholesome foods. Um, Wealthy citizens usually host like big old galas or this sort of thing. And apparently, it is lucky to kiss or, in some regions, pinch a cleric of Abadar during this time. Is adorable.
I celebrate tax day.
Yes, and then also the city's poor. If they go to a temple of Abadar, there's a bit of a gathering, though very religious. Basically, they give out food, a hearty ration of wine, sing hymns of faith, and provide tokens for those who wish to, if they want to get another ration of wine in exchange for them attending another church sermon. So yeah, it's actually a pretty fun day, despite it being based on taxes. Cool, I like it. I don't wish it existed in real life. Definitely would make more people like excited about it. It's like hell yeah! It's like yeah, I got to pay taxes, but food, free booze, booze and food. Hell yeah! Probably just like sandwiches and like a potluck.
Oh man. Ooh. Not here.
Don't no.
Wouldn't it be easier to ask who is here?
I'm here.
That's I that's crossing wires in my brain right.
Gotcha, bitch.
Rise, motherfucker. Problem. I'm not generous in fantasy ground. Crash for you? Is it me? Is it me fucking up?
No, I don't see him.
I am back.
Hey,
Thank you. All right. We got everybody back.
I think we're all here.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So you guys have your supper for your evening of your rabbit stew, and imagine you then head over to Carver's place. I mean, he's got a place a few doors down from you guys. And as you get there, you enter and you see his boat is it's fairly similar to you guys's, except for smaller. It's it's only a 1-bedroom. And it's got kind of a bedroom and then like a communal, not communal, but a living room, and that's about it. But as you enter, he's like got like a table spread out before him, or on the table spread out before him is like a number of scrolls, books, his notebook. He's got like a rough map of the island that it looks like he probably drew himself. It's not particularly good, but it's effective enough to kind of relay some information. He's got a couple different points marked on it. And welcome in, please. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, but I do wish to welcome you all into the Pathfinder Society, and as a gift for you all joining, something that is given to initiates, I have this one for each of you, in fact. And you see he pulls out from a like a box. He's got a box. It's like the size of like a shoebox. And inside you can see maybe like 6 of these similar looking devices. And they're all about the size of, like a pocket watch. But they open and you can see they are in fact also a compass. And these are in fact wayfinders. Something that is kind of unique to the Pathfinder Society. I'll read to you what they are. So this compact compass repurposes ancient technology to draw fantastic powers from the mysterious magical items known as Aeon Stones. It also serves as a badge of office for agents of the Pathfinder Society and as a status symbol among adventurers of any stripe. A wayfinder functions as a compass. There's an indentation in the middle, which can hold an Aeon Stone. None of you currently have any, but if you get some, that could be useful. The very neat thing that they do, though, besides being a compass, is they all, you can essentially use a command action to interact with it to cause it to have the effect of the first of the light spell, of the cantrip light. So you guys all now essentially have an ability to cast light. And there are 4 of these, and I've just dropped these into the party sheet. So you can each take one. There's no bulk or anything for them, and they are worn. So you can essentially kind of have them like on a belt. But yeah, this is his gift to you all for joining up into the Pathfinder Society. The 3 of you officially, 1 of you sort of unofficially, officially. And yeah, there you go, Trin, and you take that wand to heal. And yeah.
oh, I'm so hyped. That is, I when he said that, I was thinking, oh man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh man.
Yeah, wayfinders are cool. But in game gives you the description of what they can do, and it's probably a little less pomp and circumstance than would normally be part of a ceremony such as this. But he is, in fact, as he said, not exactly the world's best Pathfinder, just in the terms of he doesn't play the political game, as he said, so he's never much angled for a leadership position, just more so the perks that the Pathfinder Society can offer in this case, which seems to be of interest to you all as well. But after that, and letting you guys examine them and things of that nature, he says, I've begun to go over a bit more of this information. I know we talked about it a little bit when we were all at the dais, but yes, it was some 600 odd years ago. One of the founding members of the Pathfinder Society, Dwarven Guest, he came to it appears this island chain, in fact. I didn't really know until I arrived, and I started looking at some of his ancient maps and notes in comparison to the ones that Peril and the other cartographers whose name I'm blanking on have started to produce, as well as the initial survey maps. That yes, I believe in fact that Dwarven Guest did come here and explore these islands to some degree. There's a few points of interest around the island. I do need to consult with Ramona, of course, before we need permission, before we can strike out to any of these. but I'm hoping perhaps this is something we can do in the relatively near future. I don't know if I will be able to attend and travel with you to all of these. I do still have my own duties here, as much as I would love to just, fully enter into exploration of this island. I did in fact sign up on this venture as a guard for the colony, and I do find that I am honor bound to, serve that role. But it is something that I may be able to send you all with as sort of my proxy, and as well as, you have an expert amongst you, gesturing at Trendon, who would probably be able to glean more than I could from some of these sites of interest as well. A few of them I know Dorvin Guest left marks at, Pathfinder marks, and this is something I wanted to give you as well. And I don't have an item for this. I'll come up with one in the interim. But basically, it's like a Pathfinder guidebook, and it's essentially like it has it's kind of like a combination of a dictionary and survival guide amongst a few other things. It has a very brief overview of the Pathfinder Society, but the most important thing is, yes, there's a number of symbols, like a couple dozen different symbols that Pathfinders will leave at locations. They're kind of like like hobo signs during the Depression. It's like a safe place to rest or things of that nature. Danger ahead, and it may be there's another symbol that could possibly indicate what type of danger or things of that nature. And he tells you that Dorvin Guest left these in certain areas he believed he explored around this island and the nearby islands as well. And that as soon as he has more information, because he is still currently kind of mapping this stuff out, it's taken some time. It's probably going to take him at least, more or less, kind of, Thieves Guild, kind of Thieves Can't, almost sort of. It's going to take him some time, at least a few days, to start getting this information really solid. But he'll let you know as soon as he knows more and he talks with Ramona. But this could be basically the next course of action for exploration for you guys.
Brendan is game to go to whatever one he thinks is best, but he is excited.
Admit, exploring the ruins of the ancient Atlantean is pretty interesting. I learned a lot today.
Yes, and that was just one site. Imagine if we explore all of them. But please, I'm sorry, Henris, what were you saying?
Oh, I was about to say, if any of these ancient Aslanti artifacts, they seem to have incredible durability. Just imagine if we could find something intact that we could actually bring here to the colony, how it could better us.
Oh, it could be monumental. Yes, it seems as though the Aslanti themselves, they were the greatest spellsmiths and creators and inventors and engineers that Glaren had ever seen. We haven't even yet begun to meet their level of capability before they were, destroyed. And at this point, this could jump forward research by, decades in certain parts of the world. And this is just, it is truly a fantastical thing. Again, though, unfortunately, it is going to take me a few days' time to start to really decipher this information, to start finding headings. But we'll, yes, as soon as I know, perhaps where the first spot to set forth from, I will let you know.
Sounds like a plan.
Indeed.
I'm gonna hear see if he reconnects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of mull it over. I ask him, are there any expectations Pathfinder Society has of us? Sure.
First and foremost, the primary one is just, acting in a nature that, befits the Pathfinder Society. And what I mean by that is, if you do come across something potentially dangerous, then it needs to be reported back and kind of up the chain of command, as it were. I've been giving rough basically kind of, I undertook this mission on my own, understanding that I would be on my own, to where I am not necessarily in the normal chain of command, but it would still be something that, again, something potentially dangerous, extraordinarily powerful, things of that nature. Isolate it and, kind of wait for further orders, which, seems to more or less run concurrent with what I imagine would be Ramona's orders as well. So I don't think it should cause too much of any. I don't think there should really be any conflict of interest there.
That works for me. I'm in a chair. It's like what's it where you're sitting on the anyway.
Oh, you're like youth pastor.
Yeah, exactly. Youth pastoring it. Yeah, exactly.
I know another guy who led a bunch of people down some paths.
Oh, you're doing Captain America. Got it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it was
made a
down the
mistake.
path of civilization.
I need to find a returning rune so I can play Captain America.
That's in my 3-year at this point campaign that's wrapping up here. We're actually just now in the very final sessions of it. That's one of the two. It's a 4-player game. The 2 surviving characters who've been in it from the beginning. That's essentially his character is Captain America, and he has a returning rune on his shield. It's pretty fun. But anyways, yeah, and. Yes, I am just, this is an incredible opportunity that's been afforded to all of us. And I cannot wait to see where this journey will take us all. It's truly fantastical. And I'm happy to have found companionable fellowship for this. And you all seem good folk. I'm glad, we were all selected for this, and I'm glad we had the good fortune to meet you, Ticket, through whatever ill fortune left you stranded here. But yes, this shall be an adventure, one for the books, I think. This information I'm reading about Zervan Guest, there may be some time in the far future where people are reading about what we did here, and that is incredibly exciting to be able to make our own mark on history.
A little bit more on that. I kind of think about it for a second. Ticket. I was under the impression that you were here only for a few days. I'm amazed we're here for a year. That's.
I don't even know how long it's been, to be completely honest with you. Like I said, it all kind of runs together, but it's been a while.
Impressed by your resourcefulness.
That you haven't gone mad from
too.
Isolation yet.
Oh, I was busy. Trust me, I had lots to do. Like surviving.
Yeah, Star. Kind of wave at Star.
Oh God, what is that? Carver looks terrified.
What does it look like, buddy? I'm a rat.
No, hello. Oh, he talks. Marvelous.
Oh, you talk too.
He's got a sense of humor.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a filter on somebody like me.
Yes, I can see that. I wouldn't imagine he does.
I do have a question though, Mr. Carver.
Yes, please.
So, under the assumption that this ancient society left ruins somewhere around here.
Yes.
What are the odds that some of these machinations that are still functional may have potentially preserved one of these people?
Well, I suppose it's possible. I think the disconnect may be there that the Pathfinder Society itself, these Dervan Guest explorations were some mere, I say mere, but 600 years ago, where the Aslanti ruled and were destroyed some 10,000 years ago. But it's always a possibility, I suppose. Their magics were beyond anything I think we could even fathom. And we even have things such as the Whispering Tyrant. That is of course an evil lich like being, but who exists in our world. I don't know, perhaps I don't know, maybe there's an underground hole somewhere full of Aslanti people just waiting to get out. I truly do not know, but God, if we could find a living Aslanti, that would be something else.
Honestly, it would change
It would change everything. It would change everything.
Moments.
It's kind of why I'm asking.
Since the reckoning of Aroden himself.
Yes, it would be. Yes, Henris has the right of it. It would be a monumentous occasion, and it would, again, yes, it would change everything. So I don't really have any insight as to if that was the case. From what I've gleaned of Dervingest's notes, he never came across any such living Aslanti. But who knows? Maybe it is something that is out there. But maybe he did not. But this is, this island is full of promise and mystery and everything else, and I just cannot wait to find out more.
Oh, don't forget about the crabs that spit acid.
No, and crabs. Yes, those are kind of everywhere. Unfortunately, they just kind of show up. That's actually something we might want to look into. If there was a breeding mother, there might be more in the island, but I don't.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. Yep, sign us up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No.
Perfect.
Well, no. I'm just saying there might be more. I don't know. That's not really that's something more Ramona, I assume, will look into and deal with if necessary. But for the time being, it does appear that the town is safe, and that is in no short order thanks to you all. And again, I do thank you very much for your assistance today with those monkey goblins. Formidable foes they may not have been, but if I was against them on my own, I do not know how I would have fared.
What are you talking about? You fighted one by yourself.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
would have been fine.
There were 6 others, so they may have been, in fact, been able to overwhelm me, but luckily it didn't come to that.
Credit, buddy. You're a lot more spry and wily than you look.
Thank you. I spent some time in in a few mercenary companies in my youth, but regardless of that, I do hate to cut this meeting short, gentlemen, but I am, as of now, I am sort of absorbed in this research. I wanted to give you guys those wayfinders and see, but I want to find out the next place for us to strike out as soon as I'm sure you all do. So I'm going to return to my research. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know. I do have, and he's like, he doesn't look at a watch, but he just he looks outside. It's getting dark. I suppose my shift is probably coming up on guard duty, so I must see to that as well. But it was a pleasure, gentlemen, and I look forward to our next excursion, whenever that may be.
Let me know if you need any help with your research.
Oh, I will, Trendon. Perhaps I'll seek you out in the morning after I'm off duty. I do probably need to sleep some because I haven't done that in 2 days, but this is all so exciting. I don't want to. And he's just kind of starting to gather his regular, he's putting on his mag light shit. He's getting his uniform on. But yes, again, pleasure, gentlemen. I will seek you out as soon as I know more. Okay.
Thank you again.
No problem.
This is
Thank
a
you.
wonderful gift.
Yes, please. I'm happy to welcome you all into the ranks of the illustrious Pathfinder Society. And he lets you guys go. I assume you guys head back to your home. And anything of note? It's probably 9 o'clock at this point. It's fairly late in the evening. Do you guys do anything else? You guys just kind of turn in. You had a busy ass day. You guys left super early. You guys left bright and early. You 5 miles one way through thick jungle, 5 miles back after having fought a bunch of monkey goblins. Even if it wasn't necessarily a strenuous fight, it was still a fight. And still did some stuff around town. So you guys just all kind of turn in for the evening.
Trendon's gonna write down a ton of notes, but then retire.
Yeah, of course. That's no problem at all.
I test my wayfinder. I put my hand on it. Illuminaire. Yeah.
Just, turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off. And they're cool. They're cool things. They are compasses as well, which is something that I always forget to do. But actually, if you're trying to use survival to navigate, if you actually do not have a compass, you actually take a penalty to it. But now you guys all have a compass. And the compass does seem to function normally. It's pointing north, and you turn around, and the direction seems to be functioning correctly on this island. I think you guys had already picked up a compass before from a loot or something like that. But so everything seems normal there. But yeah, you guys rest for the evening, and I don't think anybody burned any spell slots or anything, but I'll still apply it just to be safe here. An overnight rest. Let me get peril And
I heard a bless, and that was it.
oh, bless. Yep, that was it. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get a rest applied still. Rest. Overnight rest. You guys rest for the evening. And yeah, I mean, the next day starts. Chris a minute here, see if he reconnects. Hey, there we go. Speak of the devil.
Comcast.
So I have two. And they suck.
Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. If you have any questions, ask Trendon. All right, bye.
Yeah. Ticket was just like stuck motionless in like Carver's house for like 5 minutes. He's just, is he okay? Is there something wrong with him? Is he ill?
Sometimes I get
He
read
does
a voice,
that
it
sometimes.
just- It just happens.
I spaced out sometimes.
He's got to. Ticket's got to think about his life for a real long time before he puts on a performance. But yeah, so you guys had head back home though, resting for the evening. You guys probably relatively early turn in, I imagine around 9 o'clock. So you guys had a busy day, and you all awake relatively early again. And what do you all do? We've kind of talked about it a little bit, but what exactly is the morning routine here? I know, I imagine Henris goes and checks on his herb garden first thing. I know Robert does some calisthenics. And it was kind of last week. So what do you think Trendon does? What's like Trendon's morning routine now that you guys are fully getting settled in? And his goes around the 27th. So you guys have been here now officially for 10 days, I believe.
Trendon, I guess this morning specifically is going to be kind of looking out the window to see if Carver's coming to get him to do the research or not. So he's kind of like eagerly kind of looking out the window to see if he's coming. And if he's not, then he'll be like, man, probably getting ready to kind of not creepily, but he's going to walk by Carver's house.
He's like, oh, Carver, hey, didn't expect to meet you here.
Yeah.
What do you do? Yeah, I like it. And then the rest of you guys just kind of going through your normal kind of morning. Does I think because it's an honest question. Do you think does Robert do all of this in his armor or outside of his armor? And the only reason I ask is I don't know if he's like trying to like train, like treating it as like like ankle weights and like resistance, like using the armor, or is he mostly do his like morning calisthenics outside of it? Or
I would say outside. I would say he does 50. Yeah. He does 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and then he takes a bath and gets something to eat and looks over his armor. Poor guy. I feel so bad for him.
It's rough. I know. Yeah, that sucks.
But yeah, gets a breakfast and then looks over armor. If there's anything that needs repaired, he does it. But that's he kind of tries to have a snappy morning.
Yeah, and you guys had a relatively unarmor rending day yesterday, so no worries there. Everything's still in pretty tip-top shape. And then Henris is just, you kind of just go about the normal, you're doing your morning absolutions and just kind of getting things right with the various lords you serve.
I'm just going to use my phone, sorry.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Yeah.
But okay. So you guys go about your mornings. Things pass in relative, ease, and the day itself seems like a nice day. It's nicer than it's been. There's a bit of a cool front that's moved in, where it's alleviating mostly not really the heat, but the humidity itself. It's still fairly warm. It's probably in the low 90s. But it's not very humid today. It seems like there was actually there's a light rain that kind of put things, no shit, right? That's kind of made things more tolerable than it has been. It's not quite so wet and muggy outside. But I'm going to say here, I think maybe Trendon, actually, I think. And this is going to be kind of happening during all of your guys' kind of morning routines. Trendon, I imagine you're maybe, you don't see Carver exactly, so you're heading out and maybe starting to head towards, Carver's house to see how he's doing. Just to show the map for you guys real quick. You guys are there. He has a crab. And then Carver's house is like one over here. And as you're, heading out there, Trindon, you actually hear a yell. Like coming from somewhere on the map to the west of you, down near the beach. You hear help! Help! He's capsized! His boat's capsized!
Okay. Trendon will kind of, turn. He'll hear the yell and start running that way. And then, where's everybody else at?
I think at this point you guys are still. This is like in the morning routine. So I think Barry, you're probably maybe getting ready. Henris, you're kind of doing your thing. What do you think Ticket's doing? Like, what is Ticket's first thing he does in the morning?
He does security walks as per usual.
Got it. Just doing kind of the perimeter walk.
He's just doing the perimeter walk. He's checking the house to make sure there's nobody that's broken into it. He's checking for any more handcraft holes. He's doing that usual thing. So I don't know if he would have been close enough to Trendon to hear that too, but
I think he would have been. If you were near the house, you would have heard it too, because Trendon, I think that was kind of right when you were heading out to Carver's place. So I think everybody's kind of at the house right now, so you could kind of in passing.
Yeah, Trendon will start running, and then he'll just yell, "Hey, there's people that need help," and he'll try and yell into the house to get everybody's attention.
Ticket's on all fours. He's moving.
Will go running.
I will go running without my armor.
Blue is.
That makes sense to me, because it would take some time to get into.
All right. Yeah, you've equipped it, so you're all good there. So okay, so you head out that way, and I assume you all are kind of getting there at the same time, together. And I'll do my best to describe things here for you, Ticket. That way I can kind of move your token around for you and stuff. But as you guys get down to the beach, no, you're good, man. It happens. It ain't your fault. But as you guys get down towards the beach, you can see very clearly there's a townsfolk. One of the farmers is yelling and pointing out near the waves, beyond the break, and you can see there's a boat that's tipped over. But kind of more concerning at this point is actually coming out of the waves up onto the beach are 3 humanoid-looking creatures, and they look like this. And they're wielding tridents. And you take it. They're like lizard.
I told you.
Yeah, they're like lizardy frog-looking people with fins coming, catfish fins coming off their head and their cheeks.
Remind me of Ogden or whatever.
Yeah, and they look. They look mean, and they seem to be making their way towards the guy who's on the beach. And I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on a map, and then I'm going to go ahead and share the map with you guys. And you can see these creatures coming out of the water, coming towards you all. If you guys want to arrange yourselves a little bit, how you think you would actually be, you feel free to. I'm going to assume Ticket's going to be hanging back a little bit. They're about 55 feet away from you guys.
Be centered so you guys can get my bless.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And I'm going to go ahead and have you 3 roll for initiative, and I'll go ahead and roll for you there, Ticket. You got a 17.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let me just
5.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, not bad, but not great initiatives all around. Round 1, combat kicks off. It's one of these creatures' turns. They see you all coming out of the surf. They are going to step forward 5, 10, 15, 20 to here. And with their trident, they just kind of start yelling, and then they have their trident kind of like primed, but that's all they do. And it's going to be your turn, Henris.
All right, so I don't think Henry's can understand a word they're saying.
No, and none of you can.
So Henris is going to bless. So let me just do that really quick. And actions. And go. Okay, and that's 2 actions. So his next one, he's just going to load his crossbow.
All right, fair enough.
Get that ready.
Yeah. Got it. All right, we'll hit that next turn button.
Yep. Oh crap! I accidentally double-clicked the thing. There we go.
Very good. Right, and don't forget you can also drag it to your hotbar if that's easier for you too. That way you don't always have to do it from the combat tracker. So
Go.
this other one starts coming out of the surf. 5, 10, 15, 20, moves forward and also seems to do the same thing. Is like brandishing its trident, like, and it would be Ticket's turn. What do you think Ticket would do here, man? So you're kind of in the back of the pack. These guys are still 40 and like roughly 50 feet away from you guys. If you moved up, you would be the only one kind of in range of these guys. Would you just want to delay, or would you want to try to maybe? You're kind of in open area, so there's not really a whole lot of opportunities to stealth.
I'm actually going to try to do extended diversion.
Okay. Tell me about it. What does that do?
As far as I know, without looking at
Yeah,
it,
you don't have your character sheet.
I think the way that it works is, I think the way that it works is you roll a deception check, and then if it works, then I have to maintain it, but I don't remember how many turns it lasts.
So I'm looking at it right now. So let's see. So when you critically seed to create a diversion, you continue to remain hidden after the end of your turn. So basically, you have to make a diversion check first. So let's see here. What is that? Is that deception? Deception to create a diversion?
Yeah,
I
it
believe
would be deception.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll that for you. Deception. This is, I would assume, against their perception DC.
Yeah, I have a +10 deception, I think.
Yep. Okay, it's a 14. Unfortunately, it is not going to do it.
All right, but I'm going to delay the other actions because that's really all I got right now.
Okay, well, you can ready an action. You have 2 actions left, so you can ready an action if you like. Do you just want to like say, if somebody comes in range, you stab
I'll
them?
ready one.
Okay, perfect. It'll be this other guy's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20. Same deal. He just moves up, has his fucking trident out. And it is Robert's turn.
All right. Are they speaking Aquan, Common, or Halfling?
Nope. Yeah, it's halfling.
So Trident is the 5, 10. But I'm gonna step to here, or not step. I'm gonna stride to here.
Okay.
And I am going to I'm gonna ready my own action to do a lunge.
Okay, fine.
Lunge, which is 10-yard hit. Yeah, I'm basically I'm getting ready to lunge. If they get into melee. Cards. Imagine they're kind of doing the same.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, readying the action, I believe you can do that. I'm never 100% sure on lunge because lunge itself isn't action, but yeah, I think you're good. So, yeah, you're wielding melee weapon, extend your bonds to attack an enemy. You would normally be beyond reach. Make a strike with a melee weapon. Yeah, so it's included. Make a strike is included in that, so that should be totally fine. Okay, no problem. Sounds good. All right, and Trindon, it is your turn.
Okay. Trindon's gonna move up a little bit to there. He's gonna pull out his staff, and then he's gonna start shaking it like the creatures are doing, and then he's gonna yell in his lanty to leave us alone.
Okay. They don't seem to they don't seem to have any like recognition. They're still like gurgling. This like very gurgling, like wet sounding like noises that they're making.
Okay. I don't want to cast a spell and attack them yet, so
You should
he'll cast.
100% chain lightning them.
I'm tempted to, but he's just gonna cast shield on himself,
Okay.
and then I
All
think
right.
he'll get.
Okay. I love it. Perfect. All right. I'll hit that button for you. All right. So yeah, this guy, no problem. So this guy's he's gonna rush in with his trident. So go ahead and target him and take your attack there, Robert, before I have him move in all the way.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
Actions. Come on, baby. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice.
All
Yes.
right, nice. You hit him for 11 points of damage. And he doesn't seem to like that, but he continues his movement in on you and has his trident out, and he goes to stab you with his trident.
Use my reaction, so.
Yeah, you did. Yep. And he hits you for 7 points of damage, and then is going to try to stab you again one more time. Ooh, right off the 17 to a 3. All right, that is his turn. Back to Henris. Henris, you have a loaded crossbow in your hands.
All right, so Henris will. Let's see. I check the.
And Robert, I'm going to give you another hero point for role playing out that you didn't think you would have your armor on. I appreciate that. That move.
You know what? It would take so much time, and there's someone screaming for help.
It makes sense. I appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah. But yep, Henris, what do you want to do?
All right, Henris is going to fire at the humanoid, this fish guy number 1 over here.
Sure.
I believe that's within my range on my
Should
crossbow.
be. Yeah.
Yeah. Check. I'm just.
Yeah. I'm sure you're good. Crossbow has a pretty decent range on it.
Yeah, we're okay. All right, fire 1.
Fire.
Nice.
That hits.
Nice. That hits.
All right.
Oh, not bad. Not bad damage at all.
Nice.
This crossbow. He doesn't like it, but you got 2 actions left. You could reload and shoot again. You can cast a spell. What do you want to do?
Well, let me just check my spells. I don't think I have anything. Oh God. You know what? I'll just give it a shot. I'm going to use a divine lance on it.
Okay. What is Henris's alignment?
So yeah, it's going to be a good alignment.
Good. Okay.
And so I will just. It's still targeted, right? I believe.
Looks like it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, does not do it. Yeah. So this lance just like swings right past it.
Well, that's unfortunate.
All right.
That's all I can do.
All right. You got a good hit on it though. If you'll hit that button for me.
Yep. And
thank you. So this guy goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He flanks around Robert and goes to stab at him. This is bad. Oh, I feel like I get an easy crit on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, all right. Luckily, not a crit. So here we go. Hits you with his trident, but he took 2 actions to get there, so that's all he can do. And it's back to you, Ticket. There's currently 2 of them engaged in melee with Robert, who's about 25 feet away from you. The closest one is about 20 feet away from you. What do you think Ticket would want to do?
Please step up in the back.
Yeah, he's gap closing. He's gonna go support Robert.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You have just enough movement to get up on one. Unfortunately, not really a position for you to get into flanking unless you wanted to move twice, but then that would also expose you to the one in the back, and I don't know if Ticket would do that. So you tell me. Like, basically, you could move again to get flanking on one of them, but then that would leave one of them to your rear to where essentially they could get flanking on you the next time they come up.
Do I not have my delayed action anymore?
It comes once your turn comes around, it's gone essentially because it's a readied action, so you use your reaction to do that.
All right, bummer. All right, so I have 1 action left, or I have nothing.
You have 2 actions left. What I'm saying is, so
Perfect.
you're up and
Okay.
you're closed up on one right now. You could get around and flank one of them, but that would leave your rear exposed to another one of them. So I don't know if you'd want to do that.
I'm gonna hold what I got because Ticket's got more sense than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna feint the one that I'm currently near, and then I'm gonna try to attack it.
All right, I will do a feint on them. Deception check. Ooh, natural 18. That's going to do it. So they are going to be flat-footed to you. I'm going to give you a +2, and then I will attack with your +1 dagger here. So you stab out at this guy. 24 to hit. So you hit, and then you're also going to do sneak attack damage. So 3 points of damage from the dagger strike, and 6 on the sneak attack. Nice.
Yeah.
So
Can you just roll all my dice from now on?
Yeah.
Stab him in the back.
So you vitally stab this guy.
Connection engaged. It's all you.
Oh no! My computer's dead. Yeah. So you got 1 action left. Oh no, that was it. 'Cause you
GM
fainted, yeah.
equivalent of Mom,
that
can you
should've been
cut
everything.
this?
Got it. All right, perfect. So it's this guy's turn. The other guy. So he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to get on Robert's other side here. He had just enough movement. He's going to try. He doesn't get flanking though. So 11 on the die. That'll do. 11 points of damage, and he's going to try one more time. These guys are trying to bring down Robert. They recognize him as the heavy hitter. Doesn't do it, though. 3 on the die. Miss. Robert, it is your turn. You are caught in the middle with all these fellas. What do you want to do?
I'm going to step.
Solid move.
Yep, step 1, get out of flanking, and I'm going to attack 2.
Got it.
Fuck!
Oof.
Oh,
Yes.
just hit. I know that just hit. All right.
It did just hit.
Heavy, good. All right.
11 points of damage. He's looking hurt. Amphibian Humanoid 2 is looking hurt. He's still kicking, though.
I'm gonna raise my shield.
All right. Got it. You raise your shield. Trindon, you are up.
Okay.
Apparently, negotiations have failed.
Yeah. So he is gonna try. He's gonna back up like 10 feet by Henris.
Cool.
And then he is gonna have electricity come out of his hands. He's gonna do electric arc again.
Yes.
Go for it. Target the 2 you want to hit. Nice.
Yes!
Ooh, they both.
Nice.
Yeah!
Their saves. That's their saves. That is their saves. So they both take half damage.
We're going to have some fried catfish tonight, folks. We're going to put it on the
So
fire.
yeah, they both kind of like dodge, and like you would think they would be like more susceptible to electricity, being these kind of amphibious creatures, but it seems like they like kind of like dig their feet in and almost like ground themselves.
Interesting.
Science. They're intelligent.
It doesn't. They don't seem to resist it or anything, but like it just doesn't. It doesn't do any extra damage. But all right, I believe that would be your turn, Trindon.
Yep.
Back at the top of the round, Homeboy's turn. 5, 10, 15. And go ahead and get your opportunity attack on him there because he's moving one more space in on you, Robert. That's on 1.
Get him.
It appears smart, but not that smart. That'll hit.
Oh.
All right, he's still kicking, but he does move into flanking, and he's looking incredibly hurt. But he's going to flank on you. He's going to stab you with his trident. At least try to. Ooh, 6 on the die. It's gonna do it.
I do use my shield.
Okay, so you'll take 6 damage. I'll go ahead and adjust that on you. You and your shield will both take 6 damage, and then he's going to go try one more time, still in flanking. Here we go. This is multiple attack penalty 2 though. Not a guarantee. 10. Nope, not going to do it. Look at that.
That was my save. That was my save.
Yeah.
Or no, actually.
It.
Oh fuck me.
Yeah, your shield's what did it there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you raised your shield. Yeah, good move raising your shield. Back to you, Henris. So these things are up in the mix. Robert is looking incredibly hurt. 2 of them are looking fairly hurt, though. You're closing in?
You know what? I'm just going to close in right here. And I'm going to I'm going to pop a heal on Robert.
Perfect.
Because that's my job. Save your asses. I'm going to use my healing font, of course. And there we go. Apply to current target. Oh, there we go.
Nice. And then that's
Another
plus
Baldur's
8.
Gate situation where I want to throw a potion at his feet.
There you go. Perfect.
So,
All right. Nice. So and that was the 2 action heal, right?
It was.
Okay, perfect. So that is Henris's turn. Back to this guy's turn. Unfortunately, the one who's also flanking Robert is going to get 3 attacks off. So let's see what happens. Natural 3, miss. Second attack coming in hot. Trident is just swinging away. Ooh, I am rolling dog shit tonight.
Oh, damn, you're rolling
Lucky for
rocks.
you guys. Yeah, bad rocks. And last one, a 7. Not going to happen. That is his turn. Ticket back to you. Or do you just want to keep trying? Do you want to try to feint on this guy? The one to your south. So basically, there's Roberto's currently being flanked by 2 of them. You're within striking range of both of them. The one that you didn't target before though is looking more hurt. Do you want to try to just take that guy out? Do you want to try to basically do the same thing, feint and then attack?
Yeah, Ticket's going to go for the shark method, and he's going to attack the one that's already wounded. Got it. So yeah, he's going to feint and attack basically until I got no attacks left.
Got it. Understood. All right. So feint coming in first here. Deception against their perception DC. 4. That's not going to do it. So then, do you just want me to attack twice then?
Yeah, just go ahead and attack.
All right. Attack 1 coming in. Natural 13. That'll do it. Plus, that's going to be 2 points of damage. Attack 2 with a +5 modifier. Natural 4. That one is not going to do it. That will be Ticket's turn. It'll be this guy who's going to move over in range of Henris. And this guy's going to try to attack Henris here with his trident. He gets 2 attacks off with this. Oh, natural 20.
Oh, here we go.
It's Henris for 23 points of damage. Slams into him with his trident and gets 1 more attack off with it. This could be really bad. Natural 1. Both sides. Back to Robert.
Okay, so Mr. Humanoid 1, I'm going to try to finish him.
Don't forget you got hit points. Oh, it still hits. Yeah, you're good.
And
Oof, minimum damage.
Yep. Let's go for 1 more attack. And raise my shield. Yeah, fuck.
Good move. I think raising the shield has saved your ass here. Good move. Trendon, back to you.
Okay.
These guys are looking pretty hurt. At least 2 of them are.
Yeah, I don't know if I should do electric arc and do the reduced damage or not.
Well, okay, so they didn't seem to resist. It was just they both saved. They both saved on your head. Yeah, so they only took half damage because of that. They don't seem to have electricity resistance though.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna do electric arc again then.
Go for it. All right, that's a 7 and a 14. So 1 success, 1 fail. That's all right. So roll your damage there. It'll take half of this for 1. So yeah, they're both. So the one that's almost dead is still almost dead, but not quite so. The other one is looking hurt. But yeah, okay, perfect. Then you cast shield on yourself.
Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you for hitting that button. It's this guy's turn, flanking on Robert. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing. Why wouldn't they? They're trying to bring you down, the big man. Here we go. Trident coming at you hot. I'm due fucking 2. All right, one more time. Shum. Natural 18. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Hit you for
Blocking
big
that.
damage. 9 points of damage.
Blocking
Go for
that.
it. I'll go ahead and give you. All right. I'll go ahead and give you 4. So that'll be 4 damage. So I'll reduce your damage by 5. So you'll be taking 25 points as your current damage, and then this guy gets 1 more attack at multiple attack penalty 3. Probably not going to hit, but why not? They're big fish, man. Oh, 17. That'll do
Yeah,
it.
that'll definitely do it.
Yeah, it's only because of his flanking that does it. I'm gonna go ahead and give this amphibious demonoid a hero point. No.
You know what? Can I roll a hero point to get that reroll for him, or?
No, not to disadvantage enemies.
Okay.
It's just for your guys' rolls. But that is his full turn. Henris, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Somehow still alive. Holy shit. Oh, God.
I think you should
know
just cast a
what?
3-action heal. Heal all my guys in it too.
No, absolutely not. Insane. No, Henris is just going to. Physician is going to heal thyself. So.
Attack to heal thyself.
So I shall just apply this to myself. This is just a 2-action heal. So. And then add the 8.
Got it. Nice.
Oof.
Looking healthier. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do something unconventional. I know I have my crossbow unloaded and still in my hands, but I'm going to see if I can just hit this humanoid right here with like the butt of my crossbow.
Sure. Give yourself a -2 for the improvised weapon.
Fair enough. Right, just like that. Okay, and so is there like a specific?
It would be your melee attack modifier. So you basically just roll your machete and just give yourself the -2 in the modifier box for it.
Okay, modifier box. Oh,
Right there below the chat window.
oh, right. Okay. So -2. Then just roll my.
Then just like your first machete attack. Yeah, it'd still be your first multiple. Yeah, no multiple impact penalty because all you did was cast heal. So, just +5 or whatever it is, and then there's the 2 will apply. Unfortunately, 6 does not do it.
No. Oh, I tried.
Right. Yeah, you did try. Not a bad move. And that is Henris's turn, I believe.
Yep. And
All right.
I'll just the button, and there we go.
Thank you very much. And that is Homeboy's turn here. He's going to just keep pounding away. They want your blood. Natural 11, probably going to do it. Yep. Big damage. 11 points of damage. Stab. Natural.
Yep.
15. God damn. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, I mean, that's still going to do it because that's -5. That's still 22. You're what, at 18 with your shield raised?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I forgot to apply attack modifier, but yeah, 22. So Robert falls as this guy stabs him with his trident, and so I got to move you in initiative order here. You're going to now be 18. You're going to be acting before this guy, and we'll worry about that when you come back around. And this guy is now going to. You see, he turns from Robert, seemingly have no interest in killing him, and goes to stab at you, Henris. Here we go. It's multiple. It's his 3rd attack penalty. He ain't gonna hit. Yeah, 2. Straight up 2. Doesn't happen. Ticket, you're up. Are you still just going for the most wounded guy?
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
So theoretically, would there be any damage increase if these guys had water on them from lightning?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to try to get behind the one that I'm closest to and then try to stab it.
Okay. You could flank. You could get in flanking with Henris technically, if you would want to do that. But that would be one who's essentially hasn't taken any damage, more or less. So I don't know if you just want to try to focus fire on the one who's real fucked up, or.
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kill the ones that are already up. I just want to try to get into an advantageous position before I do it.
Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole here. I could move you down, but I'll let you know just the way it's displayed right now. Like basically Robert is down in front of you, unconscious and bleeding out. There's one flanking to the north of him and one flanking to the south of him, and you are directly to the east of Robert. So I could move you down around one, but it won't give you any sort of mechanical benefits.
If that's the case, then yeah, I'm just gonna keep feigning and attacking.
Got it. So give me just a moment here. We'll go ahead and try a feint first. Skills, feint, deception against their perception DC here. A natural 3, unfortunately. Do you want to use your hero point? You got 2 of them.
I mean, I don't really know what to do at this point.
It would just let you re-roll the deception check.
Yeah, let's go ahead and I'll burn a hero point for that.
Sure. All right, let's go and try that. Natural 13. I think 23 is going to do it. So you are going to have this guy fainted. So he's now flat-footed to you. So I will give you a +2 on your attack modifier. There we go. It's giving you a +11 to hit. You rolled a 14, so that's 25. So you hit. So that's 2 points of damage to this guy, plus your sneak attack, which is probably going to kill him, but let me just double check. He had 5 left exactly, and that's what you did with your sneak attack.
Hell
This one goes down. He is gone.
Blood.
You have an action left.
You know what's coming next.
Yeah, you're next. Got it. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and roll a intimidation against. Do you want to do it on the hurt one who's still nearby Robert, or do you want to do it on the basically untouched one?
No, the guy near Henris.
Okay, got it. We're going to go ahead and roll a intimidation check.
That is a reaction, so you still will have 1 more point.
You do still have an action left. Yeah, 16. That's I'm pretty sure that's going to do it. Let me just make sure. Will save. Yeah, that's actually a critical success. So this guy is going to be frightened 2. I'll get that applied to him. And you have an action
pool
left
of
to
liquid
get.
pooling around him. I'm sure it's not water.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
Stabby.
You can flank both. You can attack one.
Yeah, you have one within range of your strike still, or you could move into flanking on one that's currently the one that's over around Henris as well.
I will continue to work on the one that's wounded near Robert.
Okay. Got it. So we will try to have you attack that one. Here we go. Second attack. No bonus on this, but let's give it a shot. Or not no bonus, but no additional bonus. Yeah, 4. Not going to do it. All right. It is now the one to the north of Henris. It's not stupid. It's going to move. It's going to get flanking on Henris with the other one, and it's going to try to attack him. Here we go. Tried it coming at you hot. Ooh, right off that 20. It's still a crit. So there we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Oh, not too bad. 15 points of damage. Could be a lot worse. And then it's going to try one more time. Yeah, you're spleen. It's fine. You don't need it. 7 missed. So there we go. Turn, you're up. One of these creatures is dead. One of them looks damn near dead. One of them doesn't look hurt, and Robert is down. What do you want to do?
Electric arc again. Let me make
go
sure
for
I
it.
got him targeted. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. I see. They're both targeted. All right. Oh, a
Brendan,
10
go
and
ahead and kill those motherfuckers. I'm gonna get Robert.
Yeah, both fails. So nice.
Okay. And then he's gonna spend his last action. I'm gonna move down here.
Good moved, and just don't forget to roll damage.
Oh yeah.
All right, 5 points of damage to each of them. They are again looking pretty hurt. Back to the top of the round, Henris. It is your turn.
All right. You know what? Henris is is pretty much getting close to beast mode at this point. His eyes are starting to shift into a greenish color. Not fully, obviously, but like you could hear. Let's just say he's hearing war drums in the back of his head, and he switches. He drops the crossbow, and he takes out the machete. So that's one action, right?
Yep, drop is a free action, so drop, draw, it's one action.
Okay, and he is going to stab at or slice at, actually, because it's more of a chopping weapon. The guy in front of him, that would be amphibious humanoid number 2.
Go for it.
Let her roll. Said let her roll. Okay.
That is a hit. That is it's a hit. Nice.
Yes, and money. Hold on, that missed the.
Yeah, there you go. All right, nice. 7 points of damage. Big damage. This guy is barely hanging on. You have an action left.
Yeah, I'm just going to whack at it again.
Go for it. Give it a shot. Let's be with a +1. He is frightened, though. Unfortunately, still not enough.
Wait, that was the wrong one. I accidentally tossed the crossbow.
I mean, yeah, even a 13 still wouldn't do it, though, even with your +1.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So it would be
that's it.
Robert, it is your turn. I need you to decide if you want to burn all your hero points to stabilize or if you want to roll the dice, both figuratively and literally. You're trying to hit a DC 11 flat check on a D20.
That just puts me in the dying.
I'm not trying to metagame, but I am going to make an attempt. So it's up to you if you want to use the hero points.
Well, yeah. You know what? Boom. Let's burn them up. I'll stabilize.
Right. So yeah, you're just stabilized then. Boom. Good to go. Robert is now stabilized. That is his turn. It's this guy on Henris's turn, the one who's he's like barely hanging on. His like guts are falling out of him, and he's like just takes a weak swing with his trident while still flanking though. Natural 20 on the die. Oh boy.
Wow. Here we go.
Henris goes down. And you see, like, he points at, I'm going to move you real quick, Henris. You're going to be at 17.5. You see this guy's now pointing to the other one, and he's like, he's pointing at Henris, and then he's pointing at Robert. And seemingly not like you don't know, again, what they're saying, but they could seemingly finish the job if they want to, but are not, in fact. And then this guy's going to take a stab at Ticket, multiple attack penalty 2. 5's going to miss. Last attack, here we go. 13 on the die, still going to miss. Doesn't matter. Ticket, it is your turn.
Okay, so Robert is stabilized, but Henris just went down.
He looks like he's stable, but Henris did just go down. Yep.
How close am I to Henris?
You're right next to him. You guys are all like kind of grouped right together. He is in the square directly to your north, so you're adjacent to him.
Okay. I'm going to pull a potion out of my pack, and I'm going to smash it on Henris's face.
Got it. Looks like you have a minor elixir of life currently, so that is going to be it's a D6 of hit points. So it's interact. So it's 2 actions to pull that out and give it to Henris. So it's going to be a D6. That's going to be one point of healing. And I'm going to go and remove that from your character sheet. Boom. Henris, you are going to be alive at 1 hit point, wounded 1. I'm going to get that applied to you. I'm actually going to apply that to both you and Robert because Robert is now, he's not awake yet, but he is in fact stable. So boom, boom. And you have 1 action left, Ticket. There's one of them that looks like he's barely hanging on if you want to try to take a stab at him.
I'm going to take a swing at that one.
Got it. You take a swing at him. Here we go. +9 to hit. Here we go. 12 on the die. That's going to do it. Here we go. D4. 2 points of damage. He is still cleaning on, if just only. And that will be Ticket's turn. It's this other guy's turn. He's going to move, and he doesn't seem to have noticed that Henris is back up. He's going to just he's going to take a swing at Ticket. Trident. 12 on the die. That'll hit for 7 points of damage. Second attack. 5 on the die. Not going to happen. And then he's going to move. And he moves here, which I should have done in the first place, but whatever. To where he is now flanking Ticket, but that is the end of his turn. Trendon, is your turn. This guy's right up on your up in your business again. This is the one who doesn't look like he's been hit.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
And then
perfect.
Electric Arc again.
Go for it.
Actually, can I do Magic Missile and hit 2 different people?
You just have to decide the targets of the missiles ahead of time. That is fine, though. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do 2. Shit, I can only do 2 because I just moved.
Yeah, you can do 2. Yep. If you want to take a move, you can do that if you want.
I'm just gonna do Electric Arc. I'll do Magic Missile next turn, I think.
Got it.
If it lasts that long.
Ooh, nice. Failure and a success.
Okay.
Yeah, the one had 1 HP left. He just gets fried. Yeah, he is just gonzo.
1 HP. Goddamn.
Yeah, he had 1 HP left. The one did. Yeah, you hit him. You hit him for 2, and he had 3. But yeah, and then Robert, I'm gonna roll for you. I'm gonna give you evens. Evens, you're good. Odds, you're still gonna be unconscious for another round. Odds, fortunately, Robert is still down. Henris, you have 1 hit point. You are prone. Your weapons are not in your hands. What do you want to do?
All right, so she gets up, like she grabs the machete.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of stabs it into the ground, struggles to get herself up. The would she know the language they speak?
No.
Thought that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, so she just stares at this this creature with piercing jade green eyes, pointing the machete, and she goes right here. Will attack with the machete.
You couldn't attack this round. You gotta stand up, pick up the machete, and then move. That'd be all 3 actions.
Yep. So yeah, I just go here. Can I? Yeah. All right. Never mind. I don't.
You
think
could
I
move
have
further
intimidate.
if you wanted to. You could 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. You could get in flanking with Ticket.
Okay.
That way, at least you'd be providing flanking. Yeah, so you'd have enough movement to get there. So yeah, perfect.
And I just like look at it and go like surprised.
It's and it is Ticket's turn. And
still
you
can't understand. Damn it.
Yeah, it's nonsense, just utter nonsense. Ticket, I assume you're flanking, so this thing is automatically flat-footed to you, or just going all in on it.
I want it dead.
All right.
I want it
We'll make a shot.
dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burned to the ground.
So here we go. +2. Dagger, 5 on the die. That's going to hit still for a 16. Here we go. 1 point of damage. Here's your sneak attack, though. Another 1 point of damage. Oof. Let me get that out.
Never mind, I don't want you to roll anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do it all good. But here we go. Here's another one. 13 on the die. That's going to do it with your flanking. So here we go. Here's another another 1 on the die for the dagger. A 5 this time though for the sneak attack. So
I swear to God.
Okay, that's all right.
I thought it was going to be a 1 again, and then we'll take your last one here. Still a decent +3 to hit with your flanking. These guys don't have incredible AC. Unfortunately, a 9 total does not do it. It is this guy's turn. He looks around. He looks confused. He looks scared, but he does not look like he's going to retreat. And I'm going to roll here. Evens, he's going to go for Ticket. Odds, it's going to be Henris. Odds, it's going to be Henris.
Oh, lucky me.
He pivots and stabs out at you with his trident. 8 on the die. That'll do it, unfortunately, and he drops Henris back down. Henris goes back down at now dying 2. This guy turns. He's got 2 more actions left. He stabs out at Ticket. It's immediate threat. 13 on the die. Well, that's a -5. What's Ticket's AC? Ticket's AC is a 19.
I think it's a 19.
That'll miss actually. So that attack misses, and then he takes one last stab at Ticket. This time with the correct multiple attack penalty. 13's not going to do it. Just a straight 13. Trendon, back to you, man. There's this one left, and he's looking pretty hurt.
He's looking pretty hurt. Okay. Trendon is going to cast Magic Missile at this thing.
There you go.
And he's going to use all 3 of his actions to do it.
Nice,
So
go for it.
do
3d4 plus 3, I believe.
Oh.
Excuse us.
Oh.
Yep. Boom, boom, boom. So a total of 12 points of damage. Slam into this dude. These force missiles rock him, and he looks hurt, but he is still kicking. All right, we're gonna be a little bit better off here.
Motherfucker! Holy crap!
I'm gonna say on anything 3, 4, 5, 6, you come up. All right, there you go. You are conscious again, Robert, with 1 hit point. Your sword is on the ground next to you. Your shield would still be attached to your arm, but you are also prone. What would you like to do?
I would like to stand up.
You stand up, 1 action.
I glare at him.
He's looking your way. He was attacking Ticket.
At Henris. I march over to the amphibioid. That's 2 actions, right?
That'd be, stand, march, that's 2, yep.
Yeah, I'm going to shield slam
Nice.
this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you got the bosses. You got the shield boss last time, right?
I do, yeah, but I miss.
Ooh,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but you are now up and in the mix. Ticket. Do you want to move to flank, or do you just want to try to stab this guy?
Move to flank.
All right, move to flank. Makes sense. You move to flank. You're now flanking with Robert. This guy's in your sights. He's swaying. He's looking rough as shit. Ticket has the chance here to finish this fight once and for all with 1 good hit. Here we go. +9. Natural 5. That still hits. So here we go. 1 point of damage on the dagger roll. Here's the sneak attack, though. 4.
Yeah, boy.
This guy had 5 HP left. So,
Nice.
Yeah!
down.
I had to do something right at some point. Jeez.
How do you kill him? How do you kill this guy?
Okay, so Ticket is basically just over it at this point. Like, he's seen two of his friends just go down, so he's had it with this fish man. So basically what he does is he looks like he's gonna cut left, but ends up cutting between his legs. And then he sinks his dagger into the back of him and basically like scales the back of him and then slits his throat.
Hell yeah, I love it. And this guy falls. The other 2 are just kind of but they are dead. As soon as this is like concluding, you can see there's like you hear like 3 guardsmen have been making their way down the beach towards you all. There's still this other townsfolk, one of the farmers, who's just like standing at the edge of the beach, looking on aghast and in awe. There's still an overtipped canoe.
Trident wound.
Henris is still technically dying, so I'm going to leave it in initiative here. I'm sure you guys can solve it, but I'm not too. I mean, Trendon's got the wand to heal at the very least, but we'll just leave it in initiative for the time being, for drama's sake. There's still a flipped over canoe, and you can see this last one that you felled, Ticket, as it falls. It's like wearing this pouch. It looks like it's made out of a fucking like puffer fish or something that's been turned into a satchel, and as it falls, this weird like leathery looking not paper, but like a tablet falls out of it, and it looks like it's a map of some kind. Where the hell does that lead? And that's where we'll go ahead and stop for this week. And
Awesome.
Oh, damn it.
that was good fight. I do
Oh my God, that was so
appreciate Robert. The non-armor, that definitely had a big factor in that fight. I don't think I would have hit you with a third of those attacks without armor.
No, like a lot of that was like 17, 18, 19.
I was
It's like
shit.
I would have blocked them all.
Man,
Yeah.
I should have. Yeah. honestly, once I get healed up, I am having a serious talk with the lady in my brain about tactics.
Well, sorry about
I'm
the technical
actually-
difficulties, but thanks for rolling.
No,
You're good,
no.
man. No worries. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
No worries at all.
I do want to give a little spoiler.
If she wants me to continue this, she needs to make sure I stay alive.
Yeah, like a little spoiler. Yeah, like Road Barrett's gonna go after. He's gonna go after. That's gonna be his opener next time. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be meditating and be like, "Yo, Mother Jaguar, what the fuck?"
We gotta do something better here. We gotta do something better here. There's a talk. I like it though. No, that was a good session. That was a lot of fun. I'm
absolutely.
consistently loving these. This is a good ass game.
And we got the Wayfinders. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
can't we cast a cantrip into those to store and use? So like couldn't like I get like a stabilize in mine?
I don't know, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm just looking at the description.
Like that
So-
would be kind of pretty cool.
Does not seem to be, no, based on just what I'm reading on it. It's
okay.
it's got the light spell, but the Aeon stones themselves, if you're at any point come in contact with those, they basically get, more abilities once they're, invested into the Wayfinder themselves. And spoilers alert, those come up in this adventure path. So it's definitely something cool to mess around with. But I was a good ass session, fellas. Always a great time. Always excited for the next one. I am gonna hop off though. Very, very good time. I hope you all have a very good rest of your night. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun.
Can't wait
Yeah,
till next
have a good night, guys.
week. Man, this
Yeah,
is
have a good
Cannot
night.
wait either.
crazy.
Yeah. Great night, guys. Good session. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.